means he's between 14 and 18 years old.
Wow.
Oh, he did not get deep enough.
Now, he got 2 red lights on depth. Now, so often with these equipped lifters, that suit is actually keeping them from getting down, so they really need to press down. Let's look here from the side.
Yeah, that's definitely high.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're an equipped lifter, the solution is to add more weight. Because if the suit is really tight, you can't get to parallel until you add enough weight. So we may see him go up the next time.
Yep, Abdul James coming in from Panama. He's going to 255 kilos, dapping up all the spotters and loaders here.
And he's a Master 1, so he's in his 40s.
Absolutely.
And we are at 562 pounds.
All right, let's see what James can do here on this first squat. Again, you see some lifters come in yelling and screaming, getting fired up. You see some lifters really taking their time getting set up, getting that stance just what they want.
That looked easy. He's good for a lot more.
Yep, textbook. That's exactly what you want a first squat to look like for me.
All right, let's see. One side, they're saying depth.
Let's see.
From the front it looks good, but you can see the depth better from the side than from the front, which is why you have the referees in 3 different positions. Because certain things you can see from one angle, but not from another.
Absolutely. Next, we have Jonathan Macias coming out for Mexico, coming in at 265 kilos. This is going to be another Pan American record. The old record is 260. So we're going to see Jonathan come out here.
And this is getting awfully close to 600 pounds. This is 584.
Yeah, and this is just the first squats of 3.
Yeah.
We're really getting up there. This 120 kilo class is really a strong class this year.
Yeah, it is. We've got several lifters who are attempting regional records on their openers.
Incredible. Let's see. Boy, you could hear that all the way up and down. Nice steady lift, though. No doubt about it. 3 white lights look good.
Good lift. You know, you don't want to open too heavy on your opener because, of course, you're intending to make your second and third. So the lighter you can open, the more strength and energy you have for your second and third.
But at the same time, you want to make sure you're
in the ball game.
Exactly. Now we've got a sub-junior, so under 18 years old, opening up at 287.5 kilos.
Which is 600 and almost 34 pounds.
Yeah, and he's weighing a little light for the 120s at 114, so he's got some more space to grow into this. But it's...
Yeah, this is about 2.5 times his body weight that he's opening with.
And look at this, getting really fired up, getting under that bar.
You can see the knee wraps in the suit. He is a geared lifter.
Absolutely. Yep, good job getting the hips under on that lift there. You'll often hear, let's see, 3 white lights.
3 whites, good.
You'll often hear the coaches for equipped lifters actually giving them an up command because they can see from the side when you get deep enough, telling the lifter when to explode back up.
Right, because when you're a lifter and you're wearing a tight suit, you often cannot tell how deep you are. Sometimes you think you're deep enough and you're not. And other times, like me, you think you're not deep enough, so you go with your butt to your heels. So it's good to have your coach watching.
Absolutely. Plus, you have somebody else to blame if things go wrong.
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to swing it back around. Now, of course, Ryan is skipping his next 2 lifts, so that does take a minute away from the other lifters. But we are going right to Mark. We still has a pretty big flight, 172.5 kilos on the bar here, taking a 7.5 kilo jump.
Yeah, we have 11 lifters in this flight, so even if one lifter doesn't do his lift, the others still have plenty of rest.
Let's see here.
That one, let's see if he's deep enough or not.
Yep.
Yep, he was.
3 white lights. Yep. We have had everybody but one hit their squats so far, so they're in the meet. You do have to get at least one of each lift.
Yeah, he's down there.
For any of your lifts to count.
He takes a narrow stance, I notice.
Yeah, and sometimes with that narrow stance, you really have to put those hips down low to
Yeah.
show the judges you're getting deep enough.
Yeah, you do.
All right, we have Martin Watson coming out. He's going up 10 kilos, over 400 pounds here on this lift.
And it says he has 0 years in powerlifting, so he is a new lifter. And in just 1 year, he's already attempting 400 pounds.
Yeah, can you imagine 1 year in and you're already lifting at an international competition in front of this excited Jamaican fan base? And already wise enough to be taking his time with the setup, making sure that bar feels just right on his back, right where he wants it.
Yeah, the lifter has 1 minute from the time the head table says bar is loaded and the head ref says bar is loaded. The lifter has 1 minute to set up and get the start signal, or in this case, the squat signal. Now, once you get the signal, you can stand there for 5 minutes if you want before you squat.
Wow. Great squat from Martin there. You can see him looking over at the head ref to get the start signal. Sure enough, good lift, 3 white lights, and the fans here absolutely love it. Now, we're going to put a little bit more weight on the bar. We're going all the way up to 242.5 kilos on the bar as we see the replay from Martin there. Great squat, something to be proud of there for sure. Chris has taken a 10-kilo jump. His first squat, all these first squats I thought have looked really, really quick.
Yeah. They're making wise choices for their openers.
Absolutely.
And Chris is a master too, so he's in his 50s, and he is taking over double his body weight.
Wow.
Raw.
Yeah, and that first choice can be tough in these international meets. You got travel, you're in a new place, you don't know exactly where the warm-up area is. So to see so many great lifts right off the bat, it's a good sign for today, I think.
Yeah, you want to do your warm-ups soon enough that if they don't go right, you have time to change your opener.
Absolutely.
Oh!
Yeah.
Got stuck in the hole. He went down awfully quickly, and I'm wondering if perhaps he goes down a little bit more slowly. It won't feel like a ton of bricks coming down on him, and maybe he can make this on his 3rd attempt.
Yeah, I think I'm going to chalk it up to the commentator's curse on that one. I just got done saying how wonderful everybody was, and right there. But yeah, sometimes the bottom just drops off, and actually sometimes it's smarter to not put up a big fight when you feel that you're not grooving it.
If you know that you don't stand a chance, let the spotters take it and save your strength for the next time. And if he goes down a little bit more slowly, he may be able to make that weight.
Now here's Andrew, our equipped sub-junior lifter. He, of course, last time did not quite get down enough, but I bet he went back and the coach says, hey, you just need to bury it.
Yeah,
let's listen to this command here.
Listen to his coach. No, that looked high again from the front. He's doing the weight very easily. Okay, good.
There we go.
He did manage to get there. The weight is certainly light enough.
Reverse commentator's curse on that one. You helped him get it. Nice job.
Yeah, let's see it from the side. Yeah, he just barely got there. He looked like he could do 10 reps with that. He had such speed.
Yep, we see that so much with these equipped lifters.
Yeah.
As soon as they can get it down, getting it up is not the problem.
Yeah, he should add about another 30 kilos for his heaviest lift, because I think he's got it in him.
All right, we have Alexander Mello coming in from Mexico, going up about 7.5 kilos on the second squat to 252.5.
And he is sub-junior. He is a young guy.
Yeah, under 18 years old already with 556 pounds on his back.
Yeah, he's got a good future. Oh, that's nice and deep, but can he get up? Yes.
Wow.
Yes, he got stuck, but he managed to work through that sticking point.
3 white lights. The lift is good. And as we continue on here with so many good lifts in the 120 category, this first flight, a lot of masters, juniors, and sub-juniors in this first flight as we watch that again. And when I watch a squat, we saw a little bit of shift of the weight back there. I'm looking at the feet a lot of times just to see where the balance is, making sure they're pushing through the midfoot. It's so important on the squat, that balance.
Yeah, and he did pause on the squat, which is legal, as long as you do not go down at any point.
Yep,
you can't have a double recovery.
Yep, once that bar starts going up, it's got to stay going up the whole time. Here we've got Tony from Canada, with Rob, the coach, watching on from the side.
Up 12.5 kilos from his opener.
Yep, his first one was a little slower than some of the others we see, but...
Yeah. That may be his style. Well,
Absolutely.
he certainly hit depth, and it looked a lot smoother and faster than his opener.
Yep. Sometimes, these guys are just getting warmed up by their second squat. But
Yeah.
some of the lifters just are going to take their time, slow down, slow up, but so steady. And you can see there's no sticking point. He's almost accelerating as he goes up, which is great to see.
Yeah, he really exploded.
Yep. Awesome to see as you get more and more confident sometimes as that squat goes on.
Yeah. Well, you get nervous before your first squat, no matter how many meets you've been in. So you tend to go very slowly and carefully to make sure your position, your balance are totally right.
Absolutely. Now we've got Abdul James coming up for Panama. He's being coached by a lifter that lifted yesterday, I noticed. This is 265, going up 10 kilos on this squat here.
584 pounds.
Wow.
And he is a master lifter. Master 1 in his 40s.
Really getting set up, trying to wedge himself under that bar. The more tight you can get on a squat, the easier this is going to be.
Yeah, and you want the bar positioned exactly right, not too high and not too low.
He's got the strength. Let's see what they say about the depth.
Yeah.
3 white lights.
Look good from here.
Sometimes with these big guys too, how big their legs are. It's always tough to see where that hip crease is. Let's watch from the side here.
Yeah, from the side it's easier to see the hip crease. And you look for the angle. You want an acute angle in the hip crease.
Absolutely. We've got Harold coming in from Canada. Another Panamanian record here, 270.5.
This is a world record attempt, not just Pan American, but this is our first world record attempt
Here we go.
of the session. This
Nobody
guy,
in the history of Master 3s has lifted this much. Almost 596 pounds on the bar. Come on now, Harold. Let's get this done.
600 pounds. He is in his 60s. This is a world record. This guy is one of the top in the world, and he is attempting to be number 1, at least in the squat.
And this is a pretty sizable jump, but obviously I have a feeling Harold knows what he's doing here on the
Yeah,
squat.
well, you want an opener that is light enough that it doesn't take away too much strength, and to make sure that you make a total, then you just go for it and give yourself 2 chances.
Absolutely.
And you'll see the weight is 270 rather than 270 and a half. When you're attempting a world or regional record, you can do what's called chip the weight. You don't have to go up a 2.5 kilo increment. So
Depth looks good.
let's see what
I
they
think
say.
The lift is good. 3 white lights for Harold. We have our first world record of this session. Great job by Harold. And he looked like he had some more in the tank for sure.
Well, I'm sure he'll go up.
Wow. Great squat by Harold. Great to see.
Perfect depth, deep enough, not too deep. I'd say he's good for another 5 kilos.
Absolutely. Let's see what he puts in. Now we are going to 272.5, 600 pounds on the bar. This is a Panamanian record, the old record being 265, which was Jonathan's first squat, so he's going to break his own record.
Yep, and he's a relative youngster compared to our last lifter because he is only a Master 1. He's in his 40s.
Yep, it's nice in the world where being 40s is considered young. I love it.
Yeah.
Boy, I love the detail on the Mexico singlet there.
Yes,
Looks
it's
great.
pretty. And notice how he has his hair tied up on the top of his head. That's so that his hair won't catch underneath the knurling of the bar, because that can be uncomfortable and plus can cut your hair off.
The squat looks good.
Let's see about the depth.
3 white lights, Pan American record. Great job for Jonathan there. Watching this, not as much speed as we see, but we saw that on his first too, so he might just be a squatter. And he said something as he racked it. Probably, that was so easy. Nice job,
I'm
Jonathan.
noticing he's a high bar squatter.
And what does that mean? It's just a little bit higher up on the back?
Yes, higher up on the back and on the traps. It means that you use your quadriceps more and not as much your hips and glutes. And that depends on how you're built, relative leg lengths to each other, and also what's stronger, your hips or your quads. Different people are built differently.
And now we've got 295 kilos. This is 650 pounds on the bar for Carson, our sub-junior, under 18, equipped lifter. Man.
And he's from the United States. I'm surprised he can see the referee's signal with the hair falling down in his eyes. He looks like the Shaggy Dog.
Let's see what that says. I don't know about the depth there. The strength is there. 3 white lights.
Yep, it was good.
Boy, I don't know what I'm looking at, but that is, let's see from the side.
Yeah, let's see it from the side. Yeah, he was there. He was there.
That's why they're professionals here, folks, because when you have those big legs, you can really see that hip creases a little bit farther down.
Yes.
Great
and,
squat.
Plus, with the black squat suit, that can make it hard to see the crease.
Absolutely. Now, we are getting to the third squats of the day. As a squat specialist myself, I love the third squat. This is a lot of times more weight than they've ever put on their back before, and you can just stare right into their eyes as they struggle to get this up. This is 180 kilos to start for Mark Magnuson from Canada. Almost 400 pounds on his back here.
And he's an M3 in his 60s.
What a grind, what a battle. You saw his hips kick up a little bit, so he had to use that lower back to get it up, and the lift is good.
He stayed with it, didn't give up on it.
Great job, Mark, going 3 for 3, ending up at 180 kilos. I mean, with a battle like this is exactly what you want to see on a third squat, with that speed, not stopping, steady, up, up, up.
Yeah, his coach chose very well.
All right. Now we have Martin from Jamaica. You're going to hear it from the crowd. Now going up to 190 kilos. He took a 10-kilo jump his first time. This time he's going 7.5 kilos. Asking to have that bar centered a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, of course, in a gym, we would all do that ourselves. But when you're at a meet like this, you want everything perfect, because the setup, you'll see him trying to do exactly the same setup for every single lift.
Yeah, and plus you want to take advantage of the spotters to
save
some energy, do as much as they can for you. He's feeling around to get just the right spot. Okay, now he's taking it up.
190 kilos on his back for his third squat.
Oh, that was deep.
And that was easy coming up.
Yeah, oh yeah, he was good for a lot more.
Sure enough, 3 white lights, and you can hear the crowd. The vuvuzelas are going nuts for the Jamaican lifter.
Yep, he's good for a lot more. He could have done another 10 kilos.
Yep, and he might go to that back room, maybe load up another squat rack and see what he can really get there. We'll see.
No, he'll save it for the deadlift.
All right, next we have Chris. Now, Chris, last time missed a 242.5 on strength, but sometimes, with these squats, you can just misgroove it. The balance gets off a little bit.
He went down a little bit fast, and I think he went down deeper than he needed to. And
Absolutely.
of course, the faster you go down, the heavier the weight feels. The slower you go down, the lighter it feels. So you want to slow down and speed up.
Yep, and then, there's some energy expenditure, too, trying to hold that weight up as you go down. But
yeah, you have to find the balance.
Absolutely. Chris is a master, too, so anywhere from 60 to 69 years old, with 534 pounds on his back.
No, it was just a bit too heavy. He gave it a good try.
Yeah, and great job from the spotters, loaders there, hopping in as soon as they saw any downward motion. Just a little bit too much for that second squat there, and second and third for Chris. But I think he's going to come and show us that he can bench and deadlift no problem. We've got Alexander now from Mexico. Alexander's his first 2 squat. Took a 7.5 kilo jump his first time. Now taking a 2.5 kilo jump his second time. And for such a young lifter under 18, this is probably just the way to go. Really give him that confidence for the rest of the meet here on this third squat.
Yeah, and it says he's only been competing for a year, so he's really doing well.
Really, really doing well. Now, there is a chance, we have 40 seconds left on the clock. There is a chance that Alexander is passing on this lift. Now, we had a lifter earlier decline to take his second 2 lifts. Alexander might be passing, but at this point, he's going to let that clock run down a minute, make sure the competitors behind him get some time to have a little bit of rest.
Yeah, you need it before your third squat.
Absolutely. And sometimes, when you go up to 252.5, you say, well, that's my goal today, or that's about what I think I've got. I'm going to save a little energy for the bench press and deadlift.
Yeah, you don't want to risk injury.
Absolutely. So, about 6 seconds left.
Yeah, so he'll get his second attempt, 252.5.
Oh.
Oh, hey, there's us.
Going to that angle. I'd see what the stream numbers drop off with an angle like that. We'll see. Next up, we've got Andrew from the U.S. coming in at 262 kilos, 120. Oh, I'm sorry. This is 578 pounds. He's a sub-junior equipped. He's had some trouble getting down low on his first one. His second one looked good. Let's see what happens on this third here.
Yeah.
Oh.
He certainly has the strength to do this. That looked easy. Question is, did he get down there?
2 white lights.
Yeah, I saw it the way that Arian and the Deadlift chair saw it. It looked like he cut it just a shade.
Yeah.
But majority rules.
Now, we do have a jury here today, so they are going to be watching a replay of that lift. And it is possible that if they unanimously decide, there's some judges over there, if they unanimously decide to overturn that, we have had some overturns.
Yes,
but
we have.
To me, from the side, that looked good.
Yeah, from the front it looked a shade high.
Yeah.
But, the other thing is we've also had a few overturns, 2-1 red, and the jury, in looking at the lift, realized that it was good. So it goes both ways.
Yep, and the difference is, and one is the coach is going to come over and ask to look at it to overturn it in positive for the lifter, and the other one the jury can decide on their own. Now we've got Tony from Canada, 265.
Wow.
On the bar.
584. Down carefully. And he's pushing. Oh,
Yep.
He almost made it.
So close. All of his lifts have been that speed, slow and steady, and so the spotters really stuck with it there and did a great catch. But look at this. Just a little bit too much weight. The depth looks good.
Yeah, he was halfway up and just couldn't do it anymore.
But it's impressive because he stayed in position there, Sometimes those hips will shoot back. His hips were right under him, just millimeters away from getting that. Now we have a dual James from Panama. He's going all the way up to 600 pounds on the bar, taking a 7.5 kilo jump here.
Mm-hmm.
He's looked very solid on his first 2 squats. I expect the same here.
Yeah.
But like I said, these third squats, sometimes they're just pushing themselves absolutely to the max here.
You have your game plan of what you want ahead of time, but then you can change your second and third attempts from your game plan depending on how the opener feels, how the second one feels. Oh! He just totally lost his balance.
Great catch by the spotters and loaders there. James a little bit.
He was going down smoothly, and then suddenly, I don't know whether he got out of the groove or what, but he just lost it.
Yeah, that's always tough to see.
Now he's taking his time, sitting there, catching his breath. It could be that the amount of weight caused him to be lightheaded also, because he is not yet getting up. Shaking his legs a little, clearing his head. Okay.
All right, we're just taking a little time here, getting set up, and still, that's why those spotters and loaders are so important at a meet like this. And these guys have so much experience. When you have an athlete like that where something just kind of gives out during the squat, really, and especially on the squat because there are no face savers, there are no safeties at the bottom, so you need to have people catch them.
Not like in the bench press.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
And in the deadlift, if it drops, so big deal, it drops.
Mm-hmm, exactly. So
as long as it doesn't drop on your toes.
Yeah, great job by the spotters and loaders there. I'm wondering.
Okay.
It looks like maybe it was just an oxygen thing.
Yeah, the belt is awfully tight on the lifter. You want that belt really tight because it protects your back and it gives you something to push against also when you're doing the lift.
Yep.
But it can be hard to breathe when you've got it really tight. And that could have been one reason why he lost it.
Absolutely. Now, we're still...
Okay, they've called for a nurse.
Yep. I think we're going to take a little break here while we get
Yeah.
this situation figured out.
Yes, I think so. We'll go to a commercial.
He is okay, but we are going to take a little break and come back as soon as we know what is going on to finish up our third squats here in the Grand Caymans.
Okay. They are taking him, I think, to the hospital because they don't want to take any chances, but he is up, and they are helping him walk out
Yep.
of the venue.
Looks like it was a knee injury there, but he's able to walk up. Now, back to the lifting here. We have Harold coming out. Now, Harold hit a 270.5 world record on his second attempt, and now he's putting 280 kilos on the bar as we are just waiting to kind of get everybody set back up after this pause for a duel there.
Yeah, I hope that the pause didn't cool down the remaining lifters too much. You know, you want a decent break between each lift, maybe 8 to 10 minutes, but you don't want too long.
And, you know, obviously we're hoping for the best for a duel. It looks like he was able to walk off with a little bit of help, so that's a great sign.
Yeah.
But obviously, you know, the lifting continues, and for somebody, you know, like Harold, who's got so much experience, there's always going to be little variations in a meet. You know, you obviously hope something like this doesn't happen, but it looks like
he looks like
ready
he's
to
getting
go.
set. He's getting psyched.
What would you do, Susan, in this case? Would you think about going back and maybe just getting a light squat in?
Well, that's what I would think. You know, take like 135 pounds, you know, and just do one or two just to keep warm.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is one of those things you just never know quite how to do it, but Harold has probably seen it all in his days. Powerlifting. We are getting the lifting area cleared out right now, and Harold is looking super, super focused right now. And we're just kind of getting all the different controllers and officials back into their correct places. Arian's doing a great job making sure we're getting reset after this unexpected stop.
Yep.
But like I said before, it looks like a duel. Walked off with a little bit of help, so we're hoping for the best. But here we go. Bar is loaded for Harold for another world record attempt. 617 pounds on the bar. And he's letting everybody know that he's ready to get this done for our Master 3 60-year-old lifter. Unbelievable.
Almost 3 times body weight, and this
Wow.
is raw.
Wow, unbelievable. All right.
Deep fight. No more opener changes. Deep fight, no more opener changes.
And we have our 5 spotters all ready to protect him. Okay, he's getting set up. Takes it off. Just one step back.
Yep, so
Not wasting any energy.
come on, Harold.
It's a world record attempt. Help him out.
Whoa.
Wow.
Wow.
That is strength. Let's see if that lockout at the end.
Yes,
3 white lights
3
for
white
Harold.
lights.
A second world record on the day.
Despite the long wait.
Yep, great squat by Harold. Look at this, so controlled going down, keeping that
Yep.
weight over the
Came up
midfoot.
strongly, and then at the top, he stayed with it.
Yep, getting a great lockout there at the end, giving a little bit of a yell, waiting for their re-rack. We've got 2 squats left in this first flight. Coming up next, we have Jonathan from Mexico. He's going to tie his all-time best with 280 kilos, and this will be a Pan American record for the Mexican lifter. He is back there. I can see him right now.
Yeah, he's a Master 1, so he's a young kid. He's only in his 40s.
Oh, that warms my heart every time you say that, too.
Yep, well, you know, when you're my age, 40 is wishful thinking.
And like we said before, powerlifting is a sport for everybody.
Yep.
Jonathan is getting under that bar, taking a 7.5 kilo jump, just like he did from his first to his second.
I really like his top knot.
Oh yeah, you know, a lot of powerlifting is to lift good, you've got to look good. That's for sure.
Yep.
Jonathan's pulling that off today. Wow, another great third squat. Just a great fight. Let's see what they say about the depth.
Yes.
3 white lights.
Good.
Great squat by Jonathan. What a great day on the squats for him. So controlled, so powerful, going 3 for 3.
Very smooth, no sudden drops, no sudden accelerations, just very smooth.
Absolutely, and I got to give a shout out to our technical crew here, getting those great camera angles, really making us feel like we're right in the action here. Finally, our last squat, we are going above 300 kilos for this under 18-year-old lifter. He is 14 years old. He is going to put 672 pounds on his back. Come on now, Karsten, let's get this squat.
He's the biggest 14-year-old I've ever seen. I would have thought he was maybe 20, 21, college age.
Absolutely. And to be able to lift this much weight, let's go, Karsten.
Oh, no. It looked to me like when he was going down, he was just slightly off balance. And I think that was the problem.
Yep, absolutely. Imagine being able to start high school, though, saying you just went down to the championships and attempted.
Yeah, his hips, as he was going down, went forward just a little bit. He pushed them back again, but it wasn't enough. I think that's what messed him up.
And with that much weight, any little deviation can really cause some issues. So.
Yeah, he'll get that his next time.
Oh, great attempt there. He's got a long time to go. Luis Casante from Costa Rica. He is starting our second flight. Now, our second flight are mostly our open lifters with some of the juniors and sub-juniors as well. This is 240 kilos.
Yeah, I think it's going to be junior and open, whereas the sub-juniors and the masters were in the first flight.
Absolutely.
And he is a geared lifter because you can see the supportive suit and those colorful knee wraps. And his coach is letting him know when to come up.
Yep, again, so much of that is trying to hit depth in those equipped, and really staying in the plane with those suits and the knee wraps can assist. Any sort of movement can really cause some issues for those equipped lifters.
Oh, yeah, I remember one time in the gym I put on my squat suit, first time, for the geared training, and I started down and I ended up just going splat on the floor.
Oh.
And it wasn't even heavy weight.
Ethan Stone is coming up next. Ethan is actually a New York lifter, trains at the same gym I do. He is opening with 240. This is a Pan American record. The old record is 232.5.
And he is a junior, so this is a junior record.
Absolutely.
Opening with a record. How many times do you see that?
Absolutely. He had a fantastic nationals at Reno this year, coming down here to Grand Cayman, opening up with a junior record for the New York City lifter, Ethan Stone.
Ooh, that's nice and deep and very easy.
Nice and deep, and I do have a little bit of inside information. He's been dealing with a little bit of a back twinge about 2 weeks out, so you know how that goes when you're prepping. You're not sure where your top end is. Sometimes you're going to open a little lighter than you think.
Absolutely.
But opening light and still getting a record in the books, fantastic for Ethan. He's looking very strong.
And
there.
you should always be optimistic. It doesn't matter what you open with because you know you're going to make your second no matter what.
Absolutely. That adrenaline gets coursing. You're ready to go. Now, here we have Algrade coming from Jamaica. So the crowd, of course, shares the love. Another raw lifter, open. So
250 kilos, 551 pounds.
Yep, and we're back to these opening squats. So again, we're looking for good balance, especially from these open lifters. I think good speed, something that it looks like they could do maybe 3 reps of is always my goal for an opener.
Oh, I do something that I could do for at least 5. I don't take chances. Probably why I've never bombed.
Wow.
That
Great
was easy
speed.
enough. Did he get the dip? Yes, he did.
Great speed. Now, Susan, we see so many of these lifters taking a big breath right before they go here. What are they doing with that big breath?
When you take the deep breath, it tightens up your chest, it tightens up your abdomen, it tightens up your whole core because you need a nice, tight, solid core to support all that weight.
And here we have Angel coming in from Mexico, 22 years old. He's been lifting for 2 years. He is opening with 270.5 kilos. Folks, we are already to 596 pounds, and this is another Pan American record to beat the one we saw Ethan set earlier at 240. So we're already going 30 kilos over the record on an opening squat today.
Yes, and he has only been lifting for 2 years, only competing for 2 years.
Boy, the juniors are just so strong, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Yep, the future of powerlifting is just so strong all across the board. USA, Mexico, all these countries we're seeing here today at the Pan American Championship down in the Cayman Islands.
That looked easy.
Good squat. A little bit of motion at the end there. Let's
Yeah.
see on the replay. Getting 2 red lights, so the lift is not going to count.
One is for lockout, another is for something else.
Yeah, so let's see what that blue is. Let's just look at the feet here right at the end. Yeah, looks like maybe picked up that left foot right before.
Well, it's not illegal to pick the foot up as long as it comes down in the same place it went up. I wonder if he beat the racket signal.
That might be it. We'll see. The coach is over talking right now. We'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, and
but he's got
the
waved
blue
away
is
pretty quickly.
is either not locking out or double recovery, which I did not see.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, next up here we've got Ethan Ackerman from Canada taking the same weight, 270.5, another junior record.
Oh, that's easy.
Very controlled, very deep. Almost looks like a weightlifting squat there.
Yep.
Easy squat, 270.5.
Yeah,
and
he's
now,
good for a lot more.
absolutely. And now we are going to take a pretty sizable jump up to 307.5 kilos, 678 pounds for Cale McDaniel, 18 years old, a junior lifter, is equipped.
And he has been in powerlifting for 6 years, which means he started when he was 12 years old.
Absolutely. I mean, that's about the same experience I have. It's just incredible what we see these guys doing when they're younger, how early they're getting started lifting. They're getting their nutrition on point. They're getting this advanced training on point. And that's why we see some of these huge squats like we're going to see from Cale here.
Takes the breath, goes down, comes up very easily.
Great squat. Great balance. Obviously knows what he's doing. Getting 1 red light here.
Yeah, it was a little borderline. Let's watch the replay.
Let's see what we think here.
I think it was just there, just barely.
Yeah, very, very close, but still the lift is good with 2 white lights. Now we've got Mark Librick coming up, 31 years old, going all the way up and opening at 310 kilos. Another equipped lifter here.
Not a record, though,
No.
but quite a lot of weight, 683 pounds, almost 700 pounds to open with.
Yep, and when we get up to these levels, you're going to see some pretty big jumps from these athletes from the first to second. You know, percentage-wise, you just have some huge weights.
Yeah, now he is an equipped lifter. He does have the Titan Centurion, which seems to be the favorite suit of the equipped lifters. Looks like he got down there.
Wow, great squat.
Yep.
No surprise, 3 white lights as we go to our final lifter of the flight. This is their first attempt. Remember, this is just openers, and we're already to 716 pounds. This is going to be a record. This is a raw lifter, so no suit, no equipment. Matt's coming out for Canada, opening up at 325. His best all-time is 355, but still, opening up at 325, that's a pretty big chunk.
Yeah, well, it's 25 kilos below his best, so...
Yeah, we might see something like that on his second attempt. We'll see.
Yeah, he may try to chip it on his second attempt, or he might do something like 345 and then go like 360. You never know.
Absolutely.
See how easy this one is. Well, that's easy.
Wow.
It depends how big a jump he is used to taking, but I certainly think he can top his previous best on his second attempt.
I would say so. I mean, when you hit a first squat like that in a meet, you just have to ooze confidence after that.
Yeah, I mean, that's a nice last warm-up.
Absolutely.
Which is what I like my opener to be.
Absolutely. It's nice when it works out like that. Doesn't always work out like that, I can tell you, but it's nice when it does. We've got Luis coming from Costa Rica again, with coming back around to opening the second squat, 255. Now, Susan, what are we thinking on second squats? What's the goal here?
Okay, well, I like to choose the weight that, unless I really screw up, unless the roof falls in, I know I have the strength to do, because I want to be sure to make it because it's important for placing. I don't feel the need to try a new max or to push myself to the limit because I know I have that third attempt. I want to be sure my second attempt is heavy enough that it puts me in a good position, but just below my opener, maybe, or just below what I'm capable of for max, maybe 90 to 95% of a max, because I must make this second in order to place well.
Now, Luis here is kind of coming out with a little bit of time, a little less than I would like to see, 25 seconds left. For a lot of lifters, they could do it equipped, especially, a little bit more time, but it looks like Luis is going to get under. He just needs to get the start command before the time runs out.
Yeah.
10 seconds left.
He's got it.
Good, he got that start command. Looks like maybe a little bit of downward motion there. We'll see.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I question if he was locked out on the left side. Let's watch that left side. I question the hip lockout on the left side. He was deep enough. Yeah, there was a slight downward motion. I think his left hip wasn't quite locked out.
And you can see, too, when you see somebody fall back on their heels like that, we talked about how important that balance is. It just throws everything off. Part of that might be he had to kind of rush out there.
Yeah, he rushed it.
Because it looks like the strength was there.
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
the thing is, once you get that start signal, you can then take as much time as you need to make sure that you're on balance, take a last deep breath. And I don't think he did that. I think he rushed it as soon as he got the start.
Absolutely. Now we have Algreg from Jamaica, as you heard the vuvuzelas going off, going up 10 kilos to 260. He had a very, very strong opening squat. Let's see what the second one looks like here.
I am guessing it will be easy. The deep breath, nice and tight.
Double breath. And double the speed. Look at that nice squat. Susan, you're Algreg's coach. What are you putting in for that next third attempt?
I think that he's good for another 15 kilos.
Wow.
That's my thought.
Wow, going a 10-kilo jump into 15. When you're looking that strong, why not? I love it. Now we've got New York City's Ethan Stone coming out 260 kilos. This is a 20-kilo jump, which a lot of people would think looks big, but that first one, boy, it just looked like a walk in the park for him.
And 20 kilos is less than 10%.
Absolutely. So still well within kind of the norm in powerlifting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, if you go up 10% each time, that's, sensibly conservative.
Absolutely. So we're at 260 kilos, 573 pounds here for Ethan. One of our junior contestants here from the United States.
Oh, that was easy.
Wow.
That was easy.
Yep, JDI's own Ethan making that look easy. A 20-kilo jump. I mean, I could even see another 20-kilo jump for his third.
I think so, yes. I think so.
Sometimes when you get a little ding right before you meet, you're just not sure, but I would have a lot of confidence after that one, for sure.
He was very deep. He had very good speed coming up.
Absolutely.
Really snapped those hips forward.
All right, now we have Angel coming in from Mexico. He is going up to 285.5 kilos. This is a Panamanian record that he had set. Well, no, he missed his first squat here.
Yeah, he missed his squat, and he's going up 15. Now, if I was him, I would take it over to make sure you get that record and to make sure that you are in the meet.
Yeah, but he must really want to hit some goal here because he felt like maybe he had it on strength and just I think he just took that little step, remember, so.
Yeah.
Just really focusing at the end. Sometimes you get so excited hitting a big lift, you take a little step, but he had the strength, no doubt.
Yeah, he had
but
the strength.
This certainly is a risk. Let's see if it pays off here.
Yeah. Deep enough. Came up easily.
Nice and still at the end. 3 white lights.
Okay.
He's in the meet. You love to see it. You know, no matter what, you always want everybody to be in that meet and compete. It's great to see that on the second squat. And sometimes when you take that jump, now you actually can take that third that you were expecting in the first place. So that's always great to see.
Yeah.
Now we've got Ethan from Canada, 22 years old, junior. He is all the way up to 288, which of course he can take because this is beating the record you just saw on the last lift, 285.5 kilos. Another Pan American record here today. And like so many of these Canadian lifters, really taking his time getting under the bar.
Yeah, his opener was a regional record, which of course was immediately broken, and now he's trying to get it back again. Oh, that looked easy.
Wow. Wow.
I could see 300.
Absolutely, and he's fired up after that. He knows it. I think he's going to go like 301 or something. He's been really using those chips here on every single lift.
Yeah, well, they now count for your total, as far as placement. Originally, when I first started in powerlifting, the chips did not count towards your total.
Really?
Yes, they would lower to the first 2.5 kilo increment as far as your total for placement.
Wow.
It could count as your total for a world record total, but for placement, it did not count.
That's
but they
interesting.
changed that. Yeah, that's one of the changes.
Wow, now we have Kale going up over 700 pounds to 705. He looks so strong on his first. I thought we were going to see a little bit bigger jump, but I think this is going to be a nice, easy second for him, and we'll see.
Yeah. Oh, he kind of cut it.
Yep. Sometimes
Yeah, he did. He cut it. It was pretty obvious.
the side judges agree with you. I don't see anybody walking over either, so I think everybody knew. You know, sometimes when you get a number like 700 in your head, you say, this is just so heavy, your body doesn't want to go down any lower.
Yeah.
You know, and don't forget, in these regional competitions too, we don't just have medals for overall placement. We also have medals for squat, for bench, and for deadlift. So you'll see some people walking around the hotel here with, 4 medals clanging around on their chest.
Right. Weighs them down. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to be strong to win these meets because you have to carry those medals.
Absolutely. All right. We've got Mark LeBrick coming in, one of our equipped lifters, going all the way up to 327.5 for the United States.
722 pounds.
And he looks so strong on his first, so smooth.
Oh, I thought he was going to get it.
Boy, just inches away, wasn't he? Great catch by the spotters, loaders there.
Yeah, lost it on the way up. Hit that sticking point and just couldn't get through.
So close. Look at this.
Yeah, let's watch and see.
Yeah, and sometimes.
Down. Yeah, he just couldn't get it. Sometimes you can muscle it up with your back, but he had a very erect
And you wonder if on the next one, if you could just get a little more speed coming up, break through that sticking point.
Yeah.
See if that helps, because it didn't look like his hips shot out. I mean, perfect form there, I think.
Yeah, perfect form. You want to just, go down with control, but at the bottom, bounce down so you can bounce off the suit. You want to take advantage of the elastic of the suit and of the wraps, and that can give you momentum to get up.
And now Matt has 760 pounds on his back, 345 for a Panamanian record, which he also has from his first lift. Oh, boy.
And this is raw.
That looked like an easy squat. I figured he might be going up about 20 kilos. I think maybe another 10, 15 kilo jump after that.
Definitely 10 kilos at least.
Because not only did it look strong, obviously, but it looked controlled. And, look at that. Just
Good
a little
speed.
sticking point.
I would say 10 kilos because there was that very slight hesitation.
Absolutely. All right, we're swinging back around. Third squat. So this is our final third squat of the day. And again, you know me, I love seeing these third squats. Huge, huge weights. Everybody's been waiting for this moment. You're putting this weight on your back. It can be a little bit scarier than some of the other lifts. So you really just have to go out there and give it your all. And we're starting here with Luis from Costa Rica, giving a little bit of Tico power here. He missed the 255 earlier on depth.
Yeah. And you notice he has the rack slanted in because he takes a very wide grip. And if the racks were out, they would be right where he wants to grip the bar.
Now, last time Luis was a little bit rushed coming out there. Let's see if this
time
helps.
he got out there in plenty of time. He's controlling it on the way down. Oh, no.
Yeah.
I guess it was just a little too heavy.
Yep, ending with 240. Great effort from Luis there, though. We're going to see him on the bench and deadlift coming up here in a little bit. Next up, get ready for these vuvuzelas. We're going to hear some noise because we've got Greg Sableton's final squat of the day going up 5 kilos to 265 kilos. That's 584 pounds on the bar for the Jamaican lifter.
Let's hear it from Jamaica.
Yeah, we're getting that bar loaded up. These spotters and loaders have been flying now for 6 days to get this meet running smoothly. Not slowing down one bit today. And here comes Greg.
And there's the foghorn.
They're hitting his back. They're hitting the coach's back. Everybody's hitting everybody's back there. And these squats have looked so fast from Greg today.
Yeah, he's only going up 5 kilos.
Yep, I think we're going to see a great lift here.
He's smiling, takes his breath.
Wow.
That was deep and easy.
So strong. What a great lift. It's got to be 3 white lights. He's excited. And you know what? Sometimes when you have an easy third like that, it's easy to say, I could have done more, I could have done more. But sometimes you can just be fired up for the rest of the meet.
Yeah.
Get ready for that bench. Look at that balance. No motion
Yeah.
on those shoes whatsoever.
Yeah, very solid.
All right, let's see what Ethan decided to go up 15 on his this squat here, going up over 600 pounds, 606. His first 2 have looked like they're flying.
Yeah, 20-pound jump on the second one, and now a 20-kilo jump. Now a 15-kilo jump.
Let's see here. Coming down from New York City, junior lifter, his last year in the juniors.
Yeah, this is over 600 pounds raw.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, he stayed with it. He got through that sticking point.
Great weight selection by the coaches. Great weight selection by Ethan. He's fired up. That is a great squat. I mean, just a perfect pick there for his third squat.
Yeah. I don't think he could have done another 2.5 kilos.
Yeah. Next up, Angel lifting from Mexico. We have 301. I told you 301. I said exactly what he was going to put on the bar.
301.
Yep, we're getting the littlest of the plates out there. Well, I guess not the littlest, but we're getting some 0.5 kilo plates out there to load it up to 301. 663 pounds on the bar. Angel, of course, had a great job. Missed his first squat with a little bit of a step, but still went up on his second. And he's sticking right with plan A here on his third. Let's see how 301 kilos moves. Getting the crowd into it, getting everybody going. And the crowd responds. They're looking for excitement. Really getting under there. You know, sometimes you don't even hear what's going on. You just are thinking about one thing on this lift.
Big breath. Up, and I think he's going to make it. Yes.
Wow.
Yes, that was a real max.
What a great weight selection.
Yeah.
3 white lights. A lift is good for the Mexican. And I'll tell you, 302 kilos might have been too much. 301, great weight selection on that.
Yeah.
We're seeing some great squatting here.
We are, and he just really managed to push through that sticking point.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's keep this party going. We've got Ethan coming out, and Ethan is going 301.5. We just saw a Pan American record set, and we're going to see it set again now with an extra half kilo on the bar. And I might say Ethan might have had the smoothest squats we've seen so far today.
Yeah, he's looked very strong.
Absolutely.
All 3 have been record attempts.
Yep, he is fired up. putting a little bit more than the competitors so he can really get those world records, end with it, be able to put it in his Instagram bio. Wow.
Oh, nice.
I thought there was a sticking point, and he just erased it.
Yep.
3 white lights. They love it.
Yeah, excellent lift.
301.5 kilos. Man, we're seeing some great squatting here. All right, now we've got our equipped 14-year-old Kale coming out, trying to, again, 705 pounds, 320 kilos on the bar. You know, we saw a little, just not quite deep enough there. What are you telling that lifter in the back if you're the coach, Susan?
I would say, listen to me, I'll tell you when to come up.
Yep, absolutely.
Because he is lifting geared, so it's going to be hard for him to feel if he's deep enough or not.
Yep, and again, this is just so much of an experience builder for him in this lift.
Yep.
Let's see what happens here. Come on, Kale, get the squat
He's
now.
made his opener.
A little bit shaky on the walkout.
I think he cut it too much.
Well,
The weight
let's
wasn't
see.
heavy, but I think he cut it.
Yeah, 3 white lights.
He made it.
Nice job, Kale, coming back.
He made it.
Getting rid of all the doubters with this. Let's see in the replay here. I think he actually got a little bit of air pushed out from the suit as he was going. I could hear a little bit of noise.
Yeah, it was an easy enough lift. and
Yeah.
Apparently he was just barely there.
Well, let's see what happens. It looks like he's got a pretty big bench coming up as well. So,
Yeah.
But before that, we've got Mark LeBrick from the United States. Now, Mark, remember, an equipped lifter, he had a squat that came up about 3/4 of the way, perfectly informed, nothing kicked out, just ran out of a little bit of the juice. So let's see if he can get fired up. Let's see if this crowd can carry him through on this third squat, repeating 327.5 kilos, 722 pounds on the bar. You know, and sometimes as a lifter, too, if you miss a lift, you just say, oh, I know what went wrong. I'm going to fix it and go out there and nail it, even if it's not true.
Well, he did this time.
It was true for Mark. That looked easy.
Yeah, that was smooth.
What a great third squat. This is great to see so many people hitting their third squat on this. And now we have our final squat of the day. And it's a big one, Susan. 363 kilos. And you might say, why would he pick 363
Because
kilos?
it's 800 pounds.
It's 800 pounds. Folks, this is a massive squat for this 26-year-old Canadian coming out. His best all-time is 355. He hit 345 on his last one, and it looked easy.
Yeah, and this, of course, is a regional record.
But imagine when somebody asks you how much you squat, you can say 800 pounds.
Yep.
The crowd is going to keep him fired up for this whole lift. Let's see how it goes for Matt from Canada. Come on now, Matt. Get this weight up. Really making sure he has that same setup. Oh boy, that looks strong on the walkout.
A little bit of a bend in the bar. Oh, that was so easy. That was very easy.
800 pounds for Matt to close out our squats today. 3 white lights. Folks, that's the kind of lifting you get here at the Pan American Championships of the Cayman Islands. We're going to take a 10-minute break as we set up for bench, recover from that excitement, Susan, see what we can do. We will see everybody in a little bit. Man, look at that squat.
Yeah, that
Gorgeous.
was so easy. All right, everyone.
Number one, I told you
All right, folks, we are back at the Cayman Islands here at the Pan American Championships here. Rob Ward here with powerlifting legend Susan. Susan, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing just fine. I'm having a blast watching all these amazing lifters.
Yeah.
I can't believe how many records we saw, and we've just gotten through with the squats.
Yeah, and even just looking ahead now at the bench, I'm seeing a couple R's on the scoreboard. If you want to see the scoreboard, go to liftingcast.com. You can follow along and see all the battles. But we're going to start right now with Mark Magnuson from Canada, 61 years young, and he is putting 117.5 kilos on the bar.
And that's the bench press.
Yep, and for the bench press now, it's a little bit, you're going to hear a little bit less noise in here because we've got multiple commands. We have the start command after we see the elbows are locked. We have the press command after the bar stops on the chest. And we have the rack command at the end after the elbows are once again locked at the top.
And the lifter, because of his position, cannot see the head referee, cannot see his visual command, so he has to rely on the voice commands, which is why they do request that the audience be silent during the actual lift.
Now, they still are going to get fired up before and after the lift, but that was a good bench there.
Yeah.
And really on these benches, we're looking for the lifters to really stay tight. We're using the muscles. You know, so many people think, oh, the bench is just the chest pushing up, but so much of it is that leg drive trying to push the shoulders down into the bench. What are you thinking when you're benching, Susan?
Well, one thing that I am thinking is to keep my butt squeezed really tight, because that not only helps the leg drive, but it keeps me from raising my butt off the bench when I'm pushing the weight up, because you must have your butt and your shoulders and your head touching the bench throughout the lift. If any of those come up, that's cause for disqualification. Now, your feet also must be flat on the floor. They are allowed to slide, but they must remain flat. So that's one thing I'm thinking. The other thing is I am actually watching the bar as it comes down, because I want to be sure I bring it down in exactly the right point on my chest so that I can push with maximum effort.
We're only 5 seconds left for Martin here on the bench. I don't think he's going to get this lift off. He took a while to get those wrist wraps.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he doesn't look that surprised. It took a little bit more time to get set up back there than he wanted. Always unfortunate to see a timeout.
Yeah, you hate to lose a lift that way without even getting a chance to attempt it.
Yep, lifters again have 1 minute to get set up before and 1 minute to get that start command from the head ref. Now we have Alexander from Mexico. He's got 127.5 kilos on the bar here, and you can see there's a ring on the bar. And they need to have at least the index finger covering that ring. Now, Alexander, I notice, is a little bit uneven with his grip.
Which is not illegal.
No.
Everyone has one side stronger than the other, and so you may want to have your grip out further on the weaker side and in just a little bit on the stronger side.
Yep, the lift is good for Alexander there, and watch this. Going down to the chest, pausing, really light touch to the chest, staying tight. Getting that back up, that looked like a great first bench.
Yeah, it was very easy, very smooth.
And, you know, sometimes when your bench press is not doing as well as you want, you'll do anything you can to help it out. Maybe I should try a mixed-up grip like that sometime. That might be my issue here.
Well, I have one real shoulder and one fake shoulder, so I have one weaker arm. So I do hold a bit narrow on my strong side and wider on my weak side.
Wow. All right. Tony Nickel now up for Canada, 145 kilos on the bar. And, you know, so many of these benches, we're going to see real fast openers, because with the bench especially, we're getting so many commands. You know, there can be so many differences, including the sky pad that they're benching on, which is really a soft pad. It digs their shoulder in. So you really want to see these lifters have a weight that they could really roll out of bed this morning and bench.
Right.
You know, and especially, it's just this first bench, there's just so many things.
And the big variable, of course, if you have a lift-off, it's not a spotter who you are familiar with. He may not know exactly how you want it. And even though you, as Harold has explained to the spotter how you want the lift-off, it may not be absolutely perfect. So you want to open with something that you can do without a lift-off, so in case the lift-off isn't perfect, you don't have a problem with it.
Now, I'll tell you what, Harold set a world record on his squats here earlier today. This is a Panamanian record, smashing it by 20 kilos already on his opener.
Every
Pan American record, excuse me.
Yeah. Now, it's important that he makes this because you need a successful squat and a successful bench and a successful deadlift in order to get credit for any world records or any regional records. If you should bomb in any of the 3 lifts, it voids any records that you might have set.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah, so it looks to me like he opened up very conservatively, even though it was a record. It was still conservative for him.
All right, we have Jonathan Macias now from Mexico, 43 years old. He's got 155 kilos on the bar, 341 pounds to open up the meet today. We can see ring fingers over that ring, getting that lift off.
He's rolling it to get it exactly how he wants it.
Yep, and you're going to see it. Watch these leg muscles here flex during the bench. He really wants to use those legs to drive that shoulder down.
And you notice he has a slight arch in his back. And that can help to get your chest higher. It can shorten the distance. You have to bring the bar down.
Absolutely. And they're talking to him a little bit on the way out about that wrist strap and that strap hanging out. I don't know if they like that, how he adjusted it on the, or maybe it was sticking out too far. I'm not quite sure what they said.
Well, the strap was in the palm of his hand, the way that it was sticking out.
All right, and now we have Carson coming out. He is an equipped sub-junior. This is 157.5 kilos. And this is where you're really going to see, for me, equipped lifting. I really noticed it on the bench press with these suits, causing those arms to be straight. And again, the challenge is getting the weight down to the chest and staying in the plane where the suit is going to be able to help.
Yeah, the shirt is so tight that sometimes you cannot get the weight down there, but he had it just right.
Yep.
Heavy enough that he could get down and light enough that it's an easy lift.
That was such an easy lift, flying up like we see so often with equipped lifting.
Yeah, and I love his pink singlet.
Absolutely. Everybody gets excited when the new black singlet comes out, but I do love a little splash of color myself.
Yeah, well, real men can wear pink.
Absolutely. We're going to see Chris Ingebrigtsen here, 160 kilos on the bench for Chris here. And watch him as he sets up here, really trying to get tightness into that shoulders there.
And he takes it off himself without a lift.
Yep.
A little bit lopsided, but that's not illegal.
Yeah, a little bit slower maybe than I'd like to see for an opener.
Yeah,
but
it's heavier than an opener should be.
But also he set up very quickly there, so we'll see maybe if he settles down here on the second lift. But
now you see, it's okay with today's rules if the extension of the lockout is uneven and the bar can stop on the way up, but the entire length of the bar cannot go down during the lift.
We have another equipped lifter, Andrew, coming in here from the U.S., 190 kilos. Folks, this is 418 pounds for this sub-junior. And watch this bench now. He's going to really bring it down. He's got that belt on to help cement that shirt, keep it down. He's going to bring it down a little bit lower than you'll see a lot of people bench.
Yeah.
Try to get that touch point. And you see a lot of horizontal movement, and as that bar gets to where the shirt can help out, we see that easy press up.
Yeah, that's what I thought, that there was a little bit of downward motion. Let's watch very carefully. He brings it down okay, but see how it just went down just a hair there, sort of like where it switches from the delts to the triceps.
Absolutely. Now, we have Ryan Donnelly weighing in today at 106 in this 120 division. He took one easy squat, but it looks like he might be here as a pretty big bencher. It's 220 kilos. Folks, this is 485 pounds on the bar for this equipped lifter.
Yeah, he is equipped, so that helps. Brings it down. A little bit lopsided, but I think he got that left arm locked out.
Yep. What are they, Susan, when we see a lifter that maybe doesn't have that overextension on the arm that we'll see with others, what are they looking for there for fully locked out on that?
Well, the elbow should be locked, the arm should be locked. One thing is, a lot of the time, if you have a problem with it not looking like it's locked out, if you rotate your hands outward so that the thumbs are rotated outward, that can make it more obvious that your elbows are locked. Because from certain angles, and I have this problem, it can look like they're not locked even though they are. So when I get to the top, I will rotate my thumbs outward, and that allows especially the head ref to see that I am locked out.
We've got Mark here, 122.5 kilos on the bar, 270 pounds. Getting a lift off here, getting it set up. Now, looks like a solid second attempt to me.
Yeah, that was good.
And folks,
Good choice.
when Susan Elliman is giving you benching advice, you should listen. Any other questions, please put them in the chat. She's happy to answer any questions people have here on the live stream. Look at this bench here going down.
Yep.
A little bit of struggle up. Not a struggle, but just a nice steady pace
there
going
was
up.
just a slight lag at one point, but again, that is not illegal.
All right, Martin, of course, timed out on his first one, getting out there right away. He did choose to go up 5 kilos, so we might be seeing maybe what was in between for a jump he was planning in the first part, try to set him up for a big third bench still.
Yeah. So just in case he doesn't make his third, he's not left with an embarrassing low bench.
Let's see, we're getting set up here. Yeah, just missing that first one, it really can throw off a game plan because so few lifters are planning to miss that first one. You kind of have to make it up on the fly here as you go.
Yeah.
That's where an experienced coach always comes in handy.
Okay. Takes a deep breath, stays tight. Oh, that was easy, yeah.
Yeah. Like so many of Martin's lifts today, moving so quickly.
Yeah, by going up the extra 5 kilos on his second attempt, he doesn't have to take as big a jump to go for his planned third attempt.
Smart. They know what they're doing there for sure. We've got Alexander coming in for Mako, 18 years old, and this is 132.5 kilos on the bar for Alexander.
292 pounds.
Once again, we're seeing him.
And he takes it off by himself.
Yeah, you expend a little bit more energy doing that, but it's a consistency, which is really the name of the game in powerlifting, right? Getting that same setup every single time.
Yeah. Now, I like to train my spotters how I want it. My first and second attempts I can do taking off by myself, but because I like the bar up high, I can't take my wide grip and get it off by myself on the third attempt. So I ask for help on the first and second so that I can train my spotter so that I get just the lift off I want for the third.
That's why you're a genius, Susan. I love to hear that stuff. It sounds like when I'm spotting my wife at home. She's trying to train me this whole time.
Yeah, I hope she has you trained. Probably easier to train the dog, right?
Tony with 155 kilos on the bar. Great bench there. Boy,
nice and easy.
He has looked strong in all of his lifts. When you have a second bench like that, it just builds up confidence for that third one coming up.
Yeah.
All right, next up, we're going up to 162.5 kilo. This is a Pan American record, 358 pounds for Harold, who's just setting records all over the place.
Yeah, he opened up with a Pan Am record in the bench press, and he set a world record in the squat.
All right here.
I wonder if he's going to go for world record for his third bench.
Oh, boy.
I have no idea what the world record is, M3.
Yeah, we are looking at lots of records here at this session in the 120s here at the Cayman Islands. You can see Harold using his arms to kind of put his shoulders down, using the stanchions to put the shoulders down into the pad there.
Taking a nice wide grip.
Yep.
A little bit lopsided. I think he's got it.
Two white lights. Getting the yellow from the head judge. Now, what could that yellow be?
It could be that his head at one point came up. Let's watch it and see.
Let's look at his feet, too, see.
The head may have come up because I could see head movement.
Yep.
And that's something that it's hard for anyone other than the head ref to see.
Absolutely. Literally the head ref in this case.
Yeah.
Let's see. We've got Chris coming up, 165 kilos on the bar. Chris, boy, you can just see these guys with these benches just getting so tight right away. Wow, what a battle there for second bench. 2 white lights, yellow on the left side. So let's look at the
butt and the feet.
Yeah.
Oh, the butt definitely came up, no question about it.
Yeah, and that's always a scary call to get as a lifter too, because you know that all those officials are going to be looking at that next lift that you have, and going up. You know, sometimes when that weight gets heavy, you just have that. You can't help it. You're thrusting up with the legs, and the butt comes up. What do you tell a lifter if that's happening to them?
Well, that's why I really clench my, my butt when I am setting up to squat, because that helps it to stay on the ground. And also, if you take too much of an arch, that can make your butt come up.
Here we've got Jonathan Macias from Mexico with 165 kilos on the bar for the Master 1 lifter, taking a 10-kilo jump. Every lift he's done has looked so steady, so powerful. I expect to see the same here. Getting the handoff here.
That was nice and smooth.
Boy, you just have a feeling he's like a forklift. No matter what you give him, he's going to be able to lift it slow and steady, making Mexico proud. Now watch his legs here. Watch how they're just constantly flexed. We don't see a big change from the lift.
Nope.
Wow. Great bench press there.
Yeah.
All right, now we've got Carson. Carson, of course, is our young, equipped lifter, and he is coming out now with 170 kilos, 374 pounds on the bar. And like we talked about earlier, the equipped bench is a little bit different bar path. A lot of it is trying to get down to that touch point, but he did such a great job on his first one.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was smooth and easy. That was perfect.
And that's a big, 12.5 kilo jump there. What are you putting on for his next lift, do you think? What are you going up there?
At least 10, maybe 12 and a half.
Absolutely. All right, now we've got Andrew coming out 202.5. Now I should tell you, Andrew's last lift actually was overturned by the jury and given a good lift for the 190, so he's elected to go up to 202.5. At the same time, Harold's lift, the Canadian who set the record for the squat, was actually overturned by the jury. They must have seen something with that head motion or something going on.
Yeah, well, like I said, the head came up.
Mm-hmm.
And Arian could see it. The two sides couldn't.
All right, so we've got 202 kilos, 446 pounds on the bar here for Andrew. Wow. Strong, big 12.5 kilo jump there.
Okay. Yellow from the side, most likely butt up or foot movement.
Let's see.
Yeah, the butt came up. Yeah. Yep.
So hopefully somebody back there is telling him to clench up or maybe move those feet a little bit wider.
Yeah, or get a baggier suit.
That is some experience talking right there, ladies and gentlemen. Now our final lifter of the second attempts on this first flight, we have Ryan Donnelly from the U.S. with 233 kilos. And when you see 233, you know this is a Pan American record, beating the record of 232 by 1 kilo. Boy, that looked pretty easy for Ryan. You know, we saw him passing all of his squats.
Yeah,
he wanted to set that Pan American record. We'll see what he does on his third. He might be going up even higher here.
He should, because he almost could not get the bar to his chest, so that he can handle more weight.
Absolutely. We are going on to our third bench presses. So many of these attempts, putting that weight up over your body. It's a weight you've never held before. But sometimes your adrenaline's flowing, you're comfortable with the pad, you know kind of the pacing of the calls from the head referee.
Yeah.
A lot of these lifters are going to be attempting huge bench presses here.
Yep.
All right, 127.5 kilos on the board for Mark from Canada. Really getting that thumb pad in, really trying to get a good grip on that bar. Feeling as connected as he can.
Looking very determined.
Yeah.
Nope, he got stuck.
Yep.
Just a little too heavy.
And he's looking maybe they grabbed a little bit early.
He can have his coach. His coach is going over to talk to the head table. And if they decide that it was, that the spotter on the left side did grab it.
And it's tough for the spotters because they're looking straight down.
Yeah, and
right?
they're concerned with safety.
Absolutely. They're looking straight down. So when their side goes down, they're going to grab it to keep everybody safe, even if the middle of the bar or the whole bar hasn't actually gone down. So we're going to keep an eye on what happens with Mark there. He might get to retake that at the end of this whole flight.
Right. If you get a relift, you take it at the end of the flight.
And sure enough, already Mark is given that relift, so he's going to get a nice long, probably about an 8-minute break here, 10-minute break before he gets to attempt that again.
I would say he doesn't have the strength to make it, but he has the right to try.
Yep, absolutely. All right, Alexander with 137.5 kilos. Man, that looks good. Was a little... The re-rack, he re-racked it. Oh, that's heartbreaking to see.
Let's watch closely. Beat the signal.
Yeah, Alexander from Mexico has a good lift, gets it up, and sometimes you just get so excited.
Yeah, or sometimes you actually do lose the balance at the top. So it seems like you're beating the signal, even though you didn't intend to. The end result's the same.
Martin Watson from Jamaica comes out. Again, had a little bit of issue on his first, went up on his second, and now is taking an even bigger jump, 7.5 kilos on his third. So he's making up ground after that first missed bench.
Well, I suspect the 137.5 was what he was originally planning for his third, which is why he didn't just retake his opener. He didn't want a big jump.
Oh, that 130 really moved quickly, so I think we're going to see a good bench
here. I think
here.
This is a reasonable attempt.
If you see his eyes are a little bit far back, let's see what happens here.
Takes a deep breath. Yes, that was a nice bench.
That's solid. Martin might set up in the back and see what his real max is there.
Yeah.
That was
He's got to save it for the deadlift.
We've got Tony coming up, 160 kilos. Took a 10-kilo jump from his first to his second. Now taking a 5-kilo jump for the Canadian. 49 years old.
The bar is loaded for
160 kilos, 352 pounds. Now, when I work in a weight room with high school students, and I always tell them when they're setting up the bench, let's get those eyes under the bar. It's a good place to be. Sometimes you'll see these lifters, especially if they self-unrack, a little bit farther back, but then you're in danger of hitting the J-hooks on your lift.
Yeah, which is another reason why I like to have a spotter in a meet lift it out, because that way I can slide way down towards the end of the bench, and they lift it out for me, and I don't have to worry about hitting the hooks on the way up.
All right, Tony with his third bench.
Not too much. The other thing, when you're doing a bench and your triceps kick in at the end, it can help if you push the bar slightly back as well as up. Another reason why you want to be clear of the J-hooks.
Absolutely, yeah. The correct bar path in the back is that in the bench is actually a little bit toward the face. A lot of people don't realize that when they start lifting. Now here we have Harold. Now Harold, again, his second lift was overturned by the jury. There was something going on with his head that they saw again on replay.
Yes, I think that his head probably did come up. And that's the reason why the rules say that the hair must be kept away from the neck and arranged in such a way that the referees have a clear view of the head on the bench.
Now, Harold did set a Pan American record on his first bench, and we're going to see another attempt here.
He definitely has the strength.
100%.
Definitely has the strength, just has to keep his head down.
Yeah.
I could never figure out how to lift my head up when I'm benching. I don't know how they managed to do it, you know.
Go!
Yeah, his head came up again. I could see it.
Well, let's see if anybody else did. 3 white
Okay,
lights.
well, it doesn't matter because you got 3 white lights, so it can't be overturned.
Yep.
But I could see the same head movement as on the previous.
It's almost like his back is so big it kind of
Yeah.
forces his head up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, and so many lifters, they like to watch that bar come down to the chest and really see that contact point.
Yes.
All right, now we've got Chris from the U.S. Going up 2.5 kilos. He really muscled up this second one, putting on just 2.5 more. Might be able to get this if you can just dig down deep, just to have the perfect lift here. Wow, great lift, so solid. Faster than his second for sure.
Yeah. Oh, okay. It's either going to be butt or foot usually.
Let's see, butt's up, but he puts it back down.
The butt came up, unfortunately.
Yeah, and we've talked about that when you're really giving that max effort. Sometimes you just say, I need a big leg drive, forces that butt to go up.
Yeah. Now, the other thing I find is if I put my feet out in front of the bench, towards the back of the platform, and push at that angle, that can drive my butt into the bench and at the same time give me leg drive. Whereas if I put my legs underneath me, that can cause my butt to come up.
Absolutely, yeah. There's just so many little tweaks you can do during the meet experience. You start learning it. We talked last time about Jonathan with his straps there a little bit, trying to get it out of the palm of his hand. 172.5 kilos, 380 pounds on the bench here for the Mexican Jonathan Macias. Still has 15 seconds to get this start command. And guess what? Slow and steady.
Pretty. Very nice.
Just like every one of his lifts, such in control, such a great, a bar path.
Yes, an excellent choice of attempts.
Absolutely, and that's why he's gone 6 for 6 so far today. Next up, we've got Carson. I mean, look at that. Boy.
Yeah, that's perfect. Nice and even the whole way.
Yep, and when Susan tells you you've got a perfect bench, you know it's true. 180 kilos for the 14-year-old folks. 1 year in powerlifting, 14 years old, and he is going to attempt 396 pounds in the suit. He's had a great bench so far today, really getting down to that touch point and exploding with that perfect bar path we've talked about.
I wonder how we pronounce his last name. It's missing a few vowels.
I would say Franca.
Yeah, it's probably Slavic. Oh, that came flying up.
Oh, wow.
That came flying up. He got the proper support from the bed shirt.
Imagine going to high school next year and you can show your friends, this is what a 400-pound bench looks like from me.
Yep,
Look at that.
I bet no one picks on him.
Absolutely. I'm going to go out to my car and get my suit on. I have Andrew coming in from the U.S., going up to 202.5. Now, he was able to complete the lift last time, but his butt came up. So let's see if he adjusts his feet a little bit to help out here.
Yeah, see. And he is equipped.
Mm-hmm. Boy, fast coming up. Let's see what the judges say.
Okay, good. Whatever adjustment he made, it worked.
Yeah, great coaching, and for somebody so young to know what to do in that situation, unbelievable to see. That's why we're so blown away here by the juniors and sub-juniors, just how well they're able to adapt to the situation.
It was close. His butt moved, but apparently it did not completely leave the bench, but it was pretty close.
Yep, Ryan Donnelly is now going up to 248 kilos. This is another Pan American record. I'm seeing in the chat that Ryan is actually dealing with some injuries, and he is still here setting records. That's probably why he eschewed taking that squat today.
Yeah.
And let's see this lift. This is an incredible amount of weight, 546 pounds.
He's a master one.
Ryan fans in the chat, let's see those American flags for Ryan.
3, 2, 1, press. Go, 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 go.
Did he get that? left elbow locked out.
Yeah, he's had that same left elbow look every time. Great benches by Ryan today. 248 kilos, 500 pounds. Unbelievable bench press. Now we're getting to that relift that we had from the beginning. 127.5 kilos. Mark got down, had a little bit of a stall out. Left side went down, and it was the spotters grabbed it. What's your thinking here when you have to attempt a bench a fourth time? Now, I know...
Well, I've had it happen to me. And, you hate it because you've wasted strength on the lift that you get to take over. And you're not always mentally prepared to have to do 4.
Well, let's see what happens with Mark here. He's going to get this set up.
Nope, it was definitely too heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, you always tell yourself in the back, oh, I just made a mistake here. I could get this started, but not quite enough there for Mark today. Still going.
But at least he had a shot at it.
Absolutely. Still going 2 for 3 on the bench. It's the first lift he's missed today, so he's having a great meet so far. Now we're going to start with our second flight. Angel from Mexico coming in, 22 years old, and he's going to open with 135 kilos on the bar, which is breaking the Pan American record by 2.5 kilos right off the bat today.
This would be a junior record.
Yep, he's telling the spotter exactly where he wants that bar brought out to. You know, so much of this is, where do I want that bar to end up before you let go and let me hold it here?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what,
Wow. That was easy. That was good.
Wow. Tell you what, 3 white lights. I think we're going to see a big bench out on Angel today. I mean, how much does it help when you have some spotters and loaders like this who really are experienced and can do some of these great handoffs we're seeing today?
Oh, yeah, he can definitely go up a lot more.
Absolutely.
15 kilos at least, maybe 20.
And we're going to go up 20 kilos here to 155 on the bar for JDI's own Ethan Stone. Coming out, taking a self handoff. This is another record, beating the lift you saw just a minute ago. 155 kilos on the bar for Ethan. Always interesting to me is just how many different ways there are to set up for the bench press here.
Yeah. Taking it off, getting set. That was nice and easy.
Wow. Great start for Ethan there. 3 white lights. Easy bench press to get this party started for him. Next up, Costa Rican Luis Aguiar Cascante coming out with 170 kilos to open up the bench. We talked about it before, but this opener bench with all these calls, no matter how long you've been lifting, you still want to have a weight where you feel like you can easily be in control. His all-time best is 180. He's starting 10 kilos less at 170 here today in the Caymans.
Maybe planning on getting a new PR on his second.
Absolutely. Yep, especially with these equipped lifters, sometimes we can see some big jumps in the bench press.
Yeah, because a lot of it is just learning how to use the suit and the shirt.
Mm-hmm. Now, what is that belt? That's just a little bit different belt than what I've seen so far.
Yes. What it is, you want a narrow width belt because it's not like you need it to support your back for heavy bench or deadlift. It's that you need it to hold your bench shirt in place so it won't ride up on you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it takes like 2 or 3 people to get the bench shirt on and to pull down the bottom of the shirt and get it in place. And that belt really is just to hold the bench shirt from riding up on you so that you get maximum use out of the shirt.
Is that why equipped lifters are always so friendly? They need people to help them put the shirts on?
Yes. It's why equipped lifting is so much less popular now than the raw because you need people to help you. You need a whole team.
Absolutely. When you go into a gym now, you see everybody with headphones. It's just not the same as it used to be.
Yeah. Equipped lifting takes a whole team, whereas raw lifting, you can do it in your basement or garage or whatever.
Absolutely. Ethan Ackerman from Canada opening up at 175 kilos. This is a Pan American record. Once again, beating the 155 we saw Ethan earlier. Another junior record, 3 in a row.
And he's taking off by himself. Easy.
Yeah.
Very easy.
Tell you,
for more.
these opening benches, it's exactly what you want to see. Now, is it possible? Can we open up too low sometimes?
There's no such thing as too low. As long as you warm up to the right weight. I mean, you could warm up to your normal last warm up and decide you don't like something about it and open, 5 kilos lighter. But as long as you've done your normal warm up, there's no such thing as opening too light.
We got Matt Lewis from Canada with 180 kilos on the bar.
Oh, that's a joke.
Yeah, and folks, when we have these experienced lifters, these opening benches are flying. You heard Susan say it, there's nothing too low, but that was a fast bench press there.
Yeah, there's no law about how many kilos you can go up between attempts. You're not limited. You can go up 100 kilos between attempts.
All right, you hear the Vuvuzela, so you know it's the Jamaican All Greg Appleton coming up. 185, opening at 407 pounds here. The crowd loves it. Boy, All Greg has had a great meet so far. Everything has moved so fast, and I bet we're going to see the same here on this first bench press.
Yep, looks good.
400 pounds, moving like it's absolutely nothing. Great setup, great bench from All Greg. Can't wait to see what he's going to end up at today. Look at this leg drive here. Just power, power, power. And we did see a little space, but that butt is still making contact. It was almost space between the hamstring and the glute area there.
Yeah, but as long as some part of it is on the bench.
Now, Mark LeBrick, 31 years old. He's been powerlifting for 15 years. So he's seen about all that you can see. He is coming out equipped, and he is coming out at 227, 501 pounds as an opener here today.
Yeah, when he started 15 years ago, they didn't have the raw lifting. It was just lifting, and everyone used gear.
Mm-hmm. Boy, that's what an experienced bench press looks like. If you said that's a 500-pound bench, just so impressive to see, equipped or not.
500's like a big goal.
Mm-hmm. And to hit that on an opener, we're going to stay at the same amount for Cale McDaniel. Now, we just had somebody who's been in the sport for 15 years. Now we've got somebody who's 18 years old, and they are going to bench press 501 pounds.
Yep.
Now, it said there his all-time best was 645. I'm assuming that was in pounds.
Yeah, it certainly would be in kilos.
But look at this now. Watch this bench fly as soon as Cale gets it down to the touch point on his chest. Wow.
A little bit of a wobble, but it came up.
Yeah, a little bit of head motion there, but I think maybe that long hair.
Well, as long as the head doesn't actually come up, if he turns from side to side a little bit, that's okay.
Yep, that's exactly what it was. Good call, Susan.
Yep.
Now we're going to swing back around to Angel. He is going to hit 145 on his second bench there. You know, sometimes when you have equipped lifters and raw lifters in the same flight, I can tell you that warm-up room, sometimes you got to split up because there's so many reds going on to those equipped lifters' bench presses.
Yeah.
And he'll stalking back and forth, checking with that lifter, reminding him of what he wants.
Going up 10 kilos.
Yeah, we're just really trying to, the second one, we're trying to get something that you can still pretty easily do, but setting the table for a big third bench here. Yeah, and you saw there when he's bringing it down, he really is kind of letting it drop into the chest. It's not so much a light touch.
Yeah, it dropped in and actually bounced up a bit before it settled.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's something a lot of competitive powerlifters experiment with is, do they want to really sink it down, have to go a little bit farther but maybe get a little boost, or do they want to try to keep it tight there right on top of the chest?
Yeah, now once you get the press signal, you cannot sink it into your chest, but you can sink it down as much as you want to position it before you get the press signal.
Absolutely. We've got Ethan, His first bench, if you remember, absolutely flew. We're going up 10 kilos to 165, 363 pounds for Ethan's second attempt out of New York City. JDI barbell.
Start. Press. Right.
Wow. Great lift.
Yep.
You're the coach. What are you putting on for the last one? That was 165.
I would say 170 to 172. Let's see his speed again. Yeah, I'd go up 7.5, unless he needs something a little bit less or more for placement. I'd go 7.5.
All right, we're going to Luis Aguilar Cascante. He's going to show us a little Tico power here as we go up to 177.5 on the equipped bench here today. Getting that grip, getting that focus.
That came up nicely.
Moved even better than his first, I think.
Yeah, I'll go up to 185 next.
Absolutely. Now we've got Ethan Ackerman coming out. Ethan set a Pan American record with 175 in his opener. He's taken a big jump, 12.5 up to 187.5, going over 400 pounds, matching his PR here with this bench press at 22 years old. But boy, there's been nothing today to make me think Ethan isn't going to hit every single lift he attempts today.
Yeah, he's been making everything.
Yeah, very, very consistent, and sometimes you're just on a roll, you know.
Oh, that was easy.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Susan, how do you keep yourself confident for a meet like this? I mean, it's easy when you're hitting every lift like that, but how do you talk yourself up before you've got a big lift coming up?
I usually quietly meditate and I visualize me doing the lift over and over again, because a lot of times when you visualize something, then it's easier to actually physically do it.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got Matt coming out 190 kilos. I'm going to use that tomorrow, by the way. Visualizing a big squat right now.
Yeah, you visualize it. You see it in your mind.
190 kilos on the bar, 418 pounds for Matt from Canada. And I'll tell you what, when you have a monster squat like he did and now come out and easily do this bench press.
Yeah, he's good for much more.
Wow, you just feel like the world's your oyster at this point. Boy, we're seeing some confident lifting today.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, and you heard that little beep of a horn, so you know what's going to happen now.
Jamaica's coming out.
Al Greg Sappleton is going up 12.5 kilos to 197.5 kilos on the bar. Folks, this is a 435-pound bench press here. And his first one flew. I think we're going to see much the same on the second.
I think so.
Aggressive on break. All right. Go. Three, two.
Getting that lift off here.
Yep.
Start.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Yep.
Strong.
Very, very strong. Algreg did something there I don't think I've ever seen before, where the coach gave him a cue, and he turned to the coach and said, yes. I never knew the coaches were expecting that.
Yep.
All right, now we're getting into our equipped lifters to end, so we're going to be adding some weight to the bar here. Mark, all-time best is 232, but this is 237.5 kilos, 523 pounds on the bar. Once again, telling that spotter loader exactly what he wants. No belt on for Mark here.
Yeah, you don't. You don't need it so much in the bench press, though most lifters will use it to keep their shirt in place. Nope, couldn't quite make it.
So close, though. Boy, 10-kilo jump. And, you know, sometimes with equipped, you know, if you just misgroove it a little bit, what do you think of this bar path here?
It seems to be where he wants it. I think he should have pushed it a little bit back as he was coming up. He was trying to push it straight up. It got stuck, and at that point, if he had tried to push it up and back, maybe his triceps could have kicked in.
Well, we'll see if that happens on his third attempt. He put in the same weight again.
Yeah.
Now, this is a Pan American record, 237.5 kilos. Guys, this is 523 pounds on the bench. Cale McDaniels makes short work of that.
Yep, good lift.
Yeah. And let's look to see on the replay here if that bar path, what you're talking about, kind of pushing it up toward the head a little bit more.
Yeah, he pushed it a little bit back.
And what's the point? Why do we like to see that so much with a quick bench especially?
Well, with any bench it helps because when you reach the point where the triceps take over, they seem to work better if you're pushing it up and back than if you're trying to push it straight up. You can get the triceps into it more.
Absolutely. All right, folks, we've got our third and final benches of the day here at the Cayman Islands for the Pan American Championships. Angel from Mexico has looked strong in every single lift, taking a 5-kilogram jump in this last one, going all the way up to 150 kilos, 330 pounds on the bar here for Angel. He has looked strong in every single bench today. Let's see what happens here on his final one.
No, just a little bit too heavy.
Just a little bit too much. Yeah, that's always tough to see, but great meat so far from Angel. We've got 170 kilos, so Ethan, who we talked about what he's going to choose, you were correct. He chose to go up about 5 kilos to 170. 374 pounds here on the bar for Ethan. I expect pretty quick moving bench here. Ethan has what can only be described as a massive deadlift coming up, so we'll see.
Yep. Yep, and he's still a junior lifter, 23 years old.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, if he keeps up with it. And he's actually quite slim for a 120-kilo lifter.
Yeah, he actually qualified as a 105, and I know for a fact this morning he had to kind of drink quite a bit of water to make his 105.7 weight on the scale today.
Yeah, probably did it for team points.
Absolutely. Boy. And you know, for being 30 pounds below everybody else, he's competitive. 170 kilo bench looks easy for Ethan, and he's 6 for 6 today.
Yeah.
Great to see. We're going to go over 400 pounds here, 185 kilos for Luis Aguiar Cascante from Costa Rica. Another one of our equipped lifters. He had his second bench, looked even better than his first. Let's see what he can do for his third and final bench here today. Taking a little bit narrower grip, just kind of the ring fingers over the ring there. Let's see what happens here.
Yep. Oh, it looked like it got just a little bit out of the groove.
Yeah, and you could see as he pressed, he started to close those eyes, and I just know when that happens to me, you know you're just giving max effort, and sometimes you lose that balance a little bit when you can't see the bar.
Yeah, it was coming up with really good speed, and then all of a sudden you just lost it.
Yeah, you could see it really go down towards belly button, kind of get out of where that suit can help you anymore.
Yeah.
Now we've got Ether Ackerman, another Pan American record, 197.5 to beat the 187.5 record he set just earlier, folks. 435 on the bench for this junior 120 lifter. Incredible lifts here so far today from Ethan. Having a great meet.
Yeah, he's made all his lifts.
Yeah, and fast.
Oh, nope.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of the announcer curse there from me, maybe a little bit. But that was a mighty effort, but just a little bit too much for Ethan, 197.5. I see the Canadian coach coming over to talk to the juror table, but they're actually meeting him halfway, so we might get a little bit. We'll see what's happening here. I have a feeling we might see a relift for Ethan here. But like you said, that's a tough, tall order for a fourth lift.
Yeah.
However, we're up to 200 kilos for Matt from Canada, 440 pounds. He's also, that Canadian consistency, he's also made these lifts look easy so far. Another 10-kilo jump.
Yeah, they're giving Ethan a relift.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
That was nice.
That is just so consistent. I don't know if it's a science or an art picking that third bench press. But he really seems to have nailed it there.
Yep.
Great speed. And guess what, Susan?
Yeah, Jamaica.
Jamaica coming up. All Greg Stapleton, 202.5 kilos, 10 kilos below his all-time best. Taking a 5-kilogram jump here. A little surprising because I thought his second moved fast, but...
Well, you're looking, he's forecasted second place, and maybe he feels he needs this to, not keep someone from catching him from behind.
He did have a little drift to the left a little bit on that last bench.
Yeah, they want the extra 5 kilos.
Absolutely. I think this is going to really move here. Let's see. Wow.
That was good. I don't think he would have made another 2.5.
No. And the crowd loves it. He's up there yelling and screaming. The coaches are yelling and screaming. The crowd is yelling and screaming. Unbelievable bench there. Look at that. Just so consistent, so much power, wide stance of the legs. Great bench there by Al Greg.
Yeah, it is.
All right, Mark Lebrec now. We saw Mark come out. Of course, I should say it again. We're going up to 523 pounds, 237.5 to beat his all-time PR. Mark had just a little bit of a trouble on the second one. Maybe got it just a little bit, not far towards his face enough. Sometimes that's easier, though, when you know it's just one thing you have to fix on your lift.
Yeah. See if he made the adjustment. Yeah, that was good.
Congratulations to Mark hitting a new PR, 237.5 kilos. And now we have our biggest bench of the day, 247.5 kilos, 545 pounds on the bar for the 18-year-old Cale McDaniel. This is going to beat his all-time best by 2.5 kilos.
And of course it will be a record.
Absolutely. Yet another record, beating the one he just set on a second lift. Cale comes up to the bar. And you just know that adrenaline is coursing, but he's just got to get this bar under control. His lifts have really flown today.
Brings it down nice and slow. Oh, couldn't quite get it.
Just so close. 247.4, I think he would have gotten it. He was that close. Look at the bar path here as it comes back up.
Yeah, that was close.
Yeah, pretty good. Coming back toward the face there. Just a little bit of trouble with those triceps. And now we have our relift. Ethan Ackerman, 197.5 kilos. He attempted it before. Everybody thought maybe they got spotted a little bit because that left side went down. But he's going to get a fourth chance at the bench press here. And after this, we're going to take a 10-minute break while we set up for the deadlift. Ethan's getting that crowd fired up. And there's a pretty large Canadian contingent here giving him back that energy.
10-kilo jump.
Almost an identical lift to the last one. Let's see what the judges say.
I think there was downward motion, but yeah, there was.
All right, downward motion to end our bench press. Let's look.
Let's look, but that right arm went down.
The Canadian coach once again coming over to see what's going on.
Yeah, at a brief point, the entire bar went down just very slightly. One side can go down as long as the other side doesn't. It has to be the entire bar goes down, and there was a brief point where it did.
All right, folks, we're going to take a 10-minute break, refuel, and get ready for some massive deadlifts here in the 120 division at the Pan American Championships in Cayman Islands. All right, welcome back to the Pan American Championships here at the Cayman Islands. Robert Ward here, along with Susan Elwin, powerlifting legend. We're starting off with Ryan Donnelly. Boy, I love that profile picture. It looks like a middle school vice principal in that one, and I would know as a middle school teacher. Ryan is attempting 200 on his first equipped deadlift. Boy, that sure looks good to me.
Yep.
Susan, with the deadlift, it's a little bit easier to get fired up and come out because there's only one command, that down command from the ref.
Yeah.
Because sometimes these lifters will get so fired up and then you have to kind of mess around with the bench or squat. Now with the deadlift, you can just go out and grip it and rip it.
Yep. Grab and pull.
What are we looking for here on the deadlift?
Well, for one thing, you need to be locked out at the finish of the lift. Your knees need to be locked. The hips need to be locked. The shoulders need to be square. They don't have to be way back, but they have to be at least perpendicular. They have to be in line with the rest of the body. And you can have the bar stop on the way up, but it cannot go down, just as in the squat and in the bench press. It can stop, but it can't go down. The other thing is, you cannot support the bar on your thighs. It can hit against your thighs, bang against your thighs on the way up. That happens a lot. But you cannot bend your knees so that your thighs are sort of slanted and ramp the bar up your thighs. You can't have that support.
Yep, something you see in strongman, can't do it in powerlifting. We've got Martin Watson coming in from Jamaica with 227.5. We just saw Mark Magnuson from Canada with an easy 202.5 kilo, and now Martin from Jamaica with 227.5.
Yep. The only signal you have to worry about is the down signal.
Absolutely.
And you have to keep your hands on the bar until it hits the floor when you let it down. You can't just drop it from the top position, because that bar will bounce around. It can bounce and hit you. It can hit the spotters. It can bounce off the platform and hit a referee. So you must maintain control until it hits the ground.
Great lift there from Martin. Now I see that Martin has chalk. Is that chalk on his legs as well?
That is powder on the legs. Talcum powder is legal in powerlifting. It can absorb the moisture. It's somewhat slippery, so that it can keep the bar from getting stuck against your sweating thighs. Whereas you have chalk on your hands to absorb the sweat, so that you don't lose your grip on the bar.
And especially with some of these bigger guys in the 120, we're going to see some big thighs all chalked up here. We don't want to get that bar caught on the skin in this humidity here.
Yeah, so you want the powder to keep your legs smooth, so that the bar will not catch on the sweat.
235 kilos here for Alexander from Mexico. Lift looks good. He's another one of our 120s that just got over that 105 lower limit at 105.85 on the weigh-ins. Now we're going to keep the same weight on the bar with Andrew from the U.S. And folks, this deadlift is going to fly today. This is such a fast part of this meet. Don't blink. Andrew in the deadlift suit gets that up. How is that deadlift equipped suit different than maybe the bench or the squat?
Okay, well, the squat suit, it keeps you sort of in a straight up and down. The deadlift suit is cut so that it forces your shoulders back, which helps you to lock out your shoulders at the top of the lift. It does the same thing as the squat suit, in that it compresses when you drop down to the ground to grab the bar, and then it is like a spring, and it helps you spring up on the way up. But the squat suit, if anything, has you lean a bit forward, whereas the deadlift suit keeps you back and keeps your shoulders back, so it helps you to get that lockout.
Now, Jonathan Macias here from Mexico is a raw lifter, so he is not wearing a deadlift suit. But guess what? Slow and steady. And he gets 3 white lights, just like all the lifts we've seen from Jonathan today. Next up, we're going up to 240 kilos. Tony Nickel from Canada. This first deadlift, I think, for me anyway, it's really a lift where you start to build some confidence, because so many times this third deadlift, you're in a competition with somebody. You want this first one to be light enough where it really feels good. It's really going to move.
And you want to have enough strength and energy to get the third deadlift that you need for placement.
Yep. This is that time in the meet where how many Rice Krispie bars are you eating? How many carbs are you getting? Because everybody is tired, even though they've only lifted 6 times up to this point.
Yeah, there's definitely a mental strain also.
Absolutely. Boy, that looks like a good deadlift from Tony.
Yep.
You know, so much what we're looking for, too, is when those knees lock out and the hips lock out. We want them to kind of lock out at the same time, but when we're under max loads like this, oftentimes those knees are going to lock out first. You're going to see the hips come up, and then we got to use that lower back to lift it up there.
Yeah, you've got to throw your hips forward to get the lockout.
All right, we've got Harold Villieu coming up for Canada. This is not only a record for the deadlift for Masters 3, this is also a record total. And all he has to do is hit this. Now remember, he hit a world record squat, so this deadlift is very important because he needs this for that world record squat to count.
Right.
Come on now, Harold, let's get this.
And he's a conventional stance squat and none of this modern sumo stuff.
Let's see what they say. Looks good to me. 3 white lights.
Yep,
no
that
problem.
is.
I think it's interesting. We look at Harold. Look how low he's holding this bar in his hands, and with his long arms, this is going to end up very low on his body.
Yeah.
Well, not quite as low as I thought, but it's easier in the deadlift when it doesn't have to move as far.
Yeah, for the deadlift, you want a short torso and long arms. You know, and the legs don't matter that much. It's the torso and the arms. The longer the arms, the less far you have to lift the weight.
My short torso finally coming in for an advantage for me here.
Yeah, and I unfortunately have a long torso.
You've got Chris here from the U.S., 250 on the bar.
That's easy enough.
Yep. It's always amazing when you talk to powerlifters how much they'll talk about their leg length, their torso length, their arm length.
Well, in the deadlift, it matters more than in any of the other lifts. At least 50% of the deadlift is how you're naturally built.
Oh, that's, as a terrible deadlifter, that's great to hear that it's not my fault.
Yeah, at least 50% of it, because you see these skinny guys with the long arms and short torso. They, bench 100, they squat 200, and they deadlift 600.
We've got Carson coming out as an equipped deadlifter. Now watch him reach down to get this 260 kilos on the bar for the junior. It's going to drop down, create tension. And wow. You could see here when he dropped down, watch this on the replay, when he drops down to create tension, the bar almost comes off the ground just on his setup, a perfect setup in deadlift.
Yes.
And he's doing that sumo stance, the new sumo stance, with his hands are inside his legs. Now, why do some lifters choose to do the sumo stance?
Well, the sumo stance uses more leg strength and glute strength. The conventional stance is more back strength. So it depends whether your legs or back are stronger, but also for sumo, you need really good flexibility and, good hip tendons and ligaments. If you can do a good sumo, you don't have to pull the weight anywhere near as far as with conventional, so it's advantageous.
Absolutely. Mark Magnuson here, 250 kilos on the bar for his second attempt. We're already getting to our second attempts of the deadlift. Folks, we are flying here down at the Grand Caymans. And let's see if Mark can do the same to this bar here on this second deadlift. Oh. Boy.
And he isn't even using a belt.
Wow, and look at this setup here. 3 white lights. I was kind of expecting him to crouch down a little bit more, but he almost, hips so high up, but he's just able to power that thing up there.
That's pretty much a stiff-legged deadlift, totally back.
I don't know if I could do that much weight on there. That's impressive.
Yep.
Wow, Mark. And here we've got Ryan Donnelly on the summer break coming in. He is putting 230 on the bar for this next deadlift. Now, Susan, we're going to watch Ryan lift here, but when do you think the sumo stance started to become so popular? You've been doing this for a while.
Well, back like around 1980 or so, my competition, John Redding, started doing sumo squat and deadlift, and we called him the human crane. No one had ever seen anything like that. He was this runty little 52-kilo guy who could lift huge weights, and no one else did it for a long time. It probably wasn't until sometime in the mid-'80s, really, that you started seeing people do it. Early to mid-'80s that you started seeing people do sumo. And it took a while to catch on. Then, everyone was doing it by the 90s. And definitely sumo is the more popular style now. For anyone who does have the balance and flexibility, which is required, you don't have to pull the bar as far.
Ryan Donnelly had a great lift there at 230, looking fast. And here we have Martin Weston from Jamaica coming up, 240 on the bar. I haven't seen anything slow down. I haven't seen any hitches so far. And let's hope that remains the same here with Martin's second deadlift.
Yeah, he just missed his opening bench. And then that was because he didn't get out there in time.
Yep, 3 white lights. Great lift for Martin there. Now, you were saying you were competing against male lifters when you first started? Why was that?
Well, there was maybe one other woman who was lifting, and so they didn't have separate women's meets or divisions. It was just weight class.
Wow. Wow. Folks, this is why you're getting so much knowledge on the stream today, because we are dealing with an expert here, Susan Elwin. We've got now Alexander Mello from Mexico, 242.5 kilos on the bar. Oh. A little bit slower, but sometimes that sumo stance, a little bit tougher to get off the ground, but once you get it up, that lockout's a little bit easier.
Yeah, the conventional style, it's easier to get off the ground. It's the lockout that's harder. Sumo's the opposite. With conventional, you really want to train it working the pull off the floor, because the faster you can pull off the floor, the higher you can get the weight before you lose momentum. And so you want to try to get it past your sticking point before you lose the momentum.
Yep, and we're going to see as the weights get heavier, sometimes these lockouts get a little bit harder for these conventional lifters. Jonathan Macias comes up 250 kilos on the bar, 15-kilo jump. I'm going to guess we're going to see a nice, slow, consistent lift here from Jonathan from Mexico. Hearing some arribas from the crowd, and sure enough, muy bien for Jonathan from Mexico. Great deadlift, continuing his great meet today, going 8 for 8 so far. Now we've got Andrew coming in for his deadlift here. Let's see. His best all-time 265. He's going to go for 255 here on the second deadlift. You know, you can really feel the energy in the crowd pick up as we get closer and closer to this third deadlift here.
Oh, that was easy.
Yeah. And you can really see, look when we look from the side here with Andrew, you can see why sumo can be more difficult, because look how much he has to balance here at the top. The weight's in the front, and he really is leaning back here to get this balance just right. When your feet are that wide and that kind of duck-toed, ooh, the balance is right on a knife's edge there.
Yeah, it is.
And I've seen some people in the chat talking about how they don't like sumo, especially after squatting, because your hamstrings are already kind of tired.
Yeah.
So they like that conventional where it feels like a little bit more of a back lift.
Yeah, the conventional is much more forgiving. If you're not quite in the groove, you can still make the lift. But with sumo, if it's not perfect, it won't go.
257 kilos on the bar, 257.5 for Tony Nickel from Canada.
There was a little bit of a hitch there.
Yeah, let's see if they think that's what you're talking about with the ramping, kind of resting it.
Yep, all three of them saw that one.
Yeah, and we can see it here from the side. Watch as he goes up. He kind of gets up. He kind of pauses it.
Yeah, right there.
And if you watch some of the strongman deadlifting that's been all over lately, they can do that. They're wearing straps, but we can't do that here in powerlifting. We got to keep that going up and not use our thighs to help us on the lift. Now we've got Chris coming in 262.5 kilos on the bar, taking a 12.5 kilo jump. You know, this deadlift, like you said, it's really about conserving energy. Look how narrow the stance is.
Yep. Yeah, I actually take a narrow stance like that too.
Why do you do that? What do you think?
Well, I do because a long time ago I saw this kid in his first meet. He was an Olympic lifter doing a first powerlifting meet, and he benched 2, he squatted 3, he deadlifted 5, and that's the stance that he used, the stance that the Olympic lifters use.
Look at that strength with the feet almost touching each other.
Yeah.
262.5, good. Wow, so many different lifts we're seeing here. And now we're going to go up to 600 pounds on this next deadlift for Carson. Remember, Carson, boy, great deadlift there. Yeah. Carson is 14 years old, and he's going to deadlift 272.5. His all-time best is 255. He's blowing it out of the water right here in his second attempt.
Well, when you're young, you gain strength rapidly.
Would you consider 45 young?
Supposedly, if you start lifting, at a younger age, you can build strength at least till the age of 40 and maintain it at least till the age of 50, and then it's downhill. So, yeah, you can still get a little stronger if you work it right.
All right, let's see Carson here. Carson again is equipped, so we're going to see him really stretch that suit as he goes down.
No, he didn't. That's surprising.
Yeah, that was surprising. His first one was so fast. Let's see what it looks like from the side here.
Yeah, he may not have been quite in position.
Sometimes it's tough to get down low enough to start this equipped deadlift, or what?
Yeah. His back was rounded to begin with, and his hips were up to begin with. He wasn't in the proper position.
No.
You need your back flat and your hips down to start.
And like we've said, sometimes when it's just 1 or 2 cues, it's an easy thing for that coach to correct in the back. And we're going to see him nail that on the second lift. With these equipped lifters, you can really see a difference sometimes with just a few little changes.
Yeah, and of course, if he had been lifting conventional, he might have been able to overcome it. Conventional's more forgiving, but sumo style out of position like that, and he's not going to make it.
Yeah, but sometimes in that deadlift suit, we're going to see a little bit more sumo just because it puts a little tension on there.
Yeah.
All right, we have Harold coming out. Harold's already set a record on his first deadlift, so of course this is going to be a record on his second. He's going up to 276 kilos on the bar for Harold.
This is a world record attempt.
This is a world record, I've just been informed. This is going to be Harold's second world record attempt at this meet. 608 pounds. For the Master 3 lifter, meaning he's anywhere from 70 to 79 years old. Come on now, Harold. Let's go here.
And this, of course, is a record because you see it's not a 2.5 kilo increment.
Absolutely.
So that's a dead giveaway. It's a world record attempt, by the way, not just a regional.
Absolutely. Come on now, Harold. Big pull here. I think he got it.
I think so, yeah. It was heavy, but he made it.
Yep.
Oh, they did not like the lockout. I wondered about that.
Let's see from the side. We're looking at the knees and the shoulders.
Yeah.
Just
the hips aren't in. The hips aren't through enough.
It's just a little bit soft in the knees there, maybe a little bit, but it's so tough when you have so much weight. You have to put that up a third time.
The hips needed to be just a little bit more forward.
All right. Ryan has passed on his third lift, so we are moving up to Mark from Canada. 220 kilos on the bar for this third deadlift. And folks, if you haven't seen a powerlifting meet before, this third deadlift is where these athletes are letting it all hang out. They're going to give the max effort here, and We can also actually see a change in attempts sometimes on the last deadlift. I don't think we're going to see any here today, but you can actually change it. Right now, Mark is coming out 220, a 5-kilo jump on the bar for his final lift of the day.
Change over. Feet tight.
Wow.
That came up smoothly.
Really smooth. Great third deadlift.
And that keeps him in second place as of right now.
Absolutely. Going 3 for 3 on the deadlift. And remember, folks, these athletes are not just competing for the overall medal, but they might be competing for the medal in the deadlift itself. So we might see a little bit of positioning just to see who can win this deadlift medal as well. We've got Alexander from Mexico. He is a sub-junior, under 18 years old, and he is putting on 245 kilos on the bar, matching his all-time best. Let's see how this goes from Alexander from Mexico. No matter what, Alexander is going to stay in first place after this lift. Coming out. Going up 2.5 kilos from his last lift. A little bit slower on his second, so.
Yeah, apparently they felt that his last was pretty close to his max.
Yeah, so let's see if he can dig deep and get this third. Oh, baby.
Nope. No, there was some downward motion, and nope, he couldn't quite lock it out.
What a battle, though. That you could set your watch to that deadlift. That was a long time up there. Look at this replay. Is going to be a long one. Oh,
Yeah, he gave it a good try.
man. And you know, sometimes even when you know that bar's gone down, you just want to see, can I lock this out to myself? Great lift there.
Okay, Jamaica.
Yep, we're going to hear some noise here as Martin Watson comes out 247.5 kilos on the bar. Martin has had basically a perfect meet today with a little timeout on the bench, but he's had excellent, excellent meet. Let's see what happens on this last deadlift. Come on now, Martin.
He has the belt quite high on his torso. Let's see if he lowers it. Nope, he won't. He likes it high.
Yep. Yeah, you see some deadlifters like that where they really like that support up almost right below the rib cage.
Yeah, sometimes if the belt is too low, you can't get down there.
Absolutely. And as we start getting bigger and bigger, some lifters have a little bit more issue with the deadlift than the squat. Wow.
That was
Really smooth. 3 white lights for the Jamaican. The crowd loves it. Looks out, gets their love. Martin's going around and thanking all the officials today. But look at this, just getting down there, creating tension. Hips and knees locking out at about the same time.
Yeah, he could have done more.
Absolutely. All right, Tony Nickel now from Canada, 257.5 kilos on the bar. Did get a little bit of a hitch, I believe, on his last attempt.
Yeah, this would be a personal best if he makes it.
Absolutely. So let's see. What do you do when an athlete is kind of hitching there? Is it just a balance issue, or?
It quite often happens when the weight is just a little bit too heavy.
So let's see if Tony can dig deep on this one and just make this bar fly up so we don't need to use those thighs at all. Come on now, Tony.
Try to get more speed from the floor.
Absolutely.
Come on, Tony, all the way now. Come on, Tony. Drag it up.
Yeah, that time he did. Yeah.
Wow. I can tell you, coming back from a missed second like that to an easy third, what a feeling for Tony from Canada. Great job.
262.5 kilos. That's 579 pounds. It is a regional record.
All right, so we've got a regional record coming up for the total for Jonathan Macias from Mexico. He's going all the way up to 262.5 kilos on the bar.
And it will be a regional record for the deadlift also, I believe. Or is it not?
I don't know.
Yes, it regional total, it says. Okay, so apparently it's not a regional deadlift
Now,
record.
Jonathan today has gone 8 for 8 already, slow and steady. He's looked so consistent throughout this whole meet. Let's see what happens on this third deadlift. Surprise, surprise. Well,
Oh, his hips aren't locked.
yeah, a little bit of a struggle
Hips
there.
were not locked.
We talked about that in the conventional, how sometimes that lockout can be tough. Let's look at it from the side. Just trying to get it up a little bit. Can't quite get that all locked out
Yeah, he
there.
just couldn't get his hips through.
All right, but still a great meet from Martin today. Next up, we've got Chris is coming up. Now, this is a deadlift record for the Masters 2 120 division with 267.5 kilos, 589 pounds on the bar. We saw Chris with his narrow stance earlier, just really bringing that bar up quick. And he's only going up 5 kilos here, so let's see how this goes.
Yeah, so this would also be a personal best for him.
Wow. To do all that in an international competition, come on now, Chris, let's get that done.
And he's got the very narrow stance. Oh, a little bit too heavy.
So close, and he knows it. Oh, so close for Chris there. Good job. Now we've got Carson, our young equipped lifter, coming up. He's going to reattempt 600 pounds, 272.5 on the bar. Just didn't quite get low enough on that first one. The setup wasn't quite there, which is so important with this suit. Let's see what happens this time.
The bar is loaded for Carson. 272.5 kilos.
As of right now, he is still going to be 10 kilos ahead if he hits this. If he misses it, we might have a little bit of a battle on our hands.
Yeah, but this would keep him. This would definitely keep him in first place.
Yeah, this is a big lift for Carson here.
Oh, it was too heavy.
Just a little bit of a grip slip there. So let's
Yeah.
see what's going to happen now.
This is Andrew.
This is Andrew now. I'm going to tell you, if Andrew hits this lift,
It moves him to first place.
he is projected to be first place by 2.5 kilos. When I first looked at the board, I didn't see a whole lot of battles shaping up, but Andrew has gone.
Oh, yeah.
He's only missed 2 lifts. He's coming out right now to get first place in the sub-junior category here at the Pan American Records in Grand Cayman.
If he got it locked out.
3 reds.
No, he didn't. I didn't think it was.
Yeah, so close. I thought a little bit there too in the beginning. He almost lifted off the floor in the beginning, but just not quite getting that solid lockout the judges are looking
There
for.
was a very slight hitch halfway up his thigh, and then he just couldn't get his hips through.
Yeah, so he's going to end up in second place with Carson in first. And now we have our final deadlift. And guess what? It's Harold. He is.
Yep. And it's a world record attempt. Yet another world record.
The second world record of the day. Obviously a record total here. And we're getting set up, getting that bar rubbed off. Now last time, Andrew got it up. It was a struggle. He got it up. They didn't think the lockout was quite good enough.
He couldn't get his hips through enough.
So let's see if he's got enough energy here on this third one. He was able to overcome some issues and to hit that squat. Let's see what happens on this third deadlift. He's getting himself fired up. Harold from Canada approaching the bar. 608 pounds on the bar. This is what it's all about, folks. Let's see if Harold can get the world record on his final deadlift of this first flight.
And of course, he already has first place locked up.
Absolutely. This is for bragging rights and a world record. Come on now, Harold.
Important to get your grip exactly right.
Oh, tell me about it.
When you start pulling, I want to start hearing you.
Baby.
Get those hips through.
Get it through, Harold.
Get those hips through, Harold. No, he couldn't quite get the hips through
So
before
close.
losing his grip.
Not quite there. Just couldn't
Nope.
get it locked out. Nice job, Harold.
So close.
Yeah. I think he thinks he was pretty close and should have gotten a down command, but just not quite
No,
straight up
he
and down
wasn't.
there.
His hips weren't through yet.
All right, great job by Harold there. A second world record. On a day with only one world record, I still think you can feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, we've got all Greg Sappleton coming up as we start our second and final flight today of deadlift. 247.5 kilos on the bar. Let's see how this goes. All Greg, we've got it. The bar, we're taking off some weight to get set up for these openers. Bar's loaded, and we are starting with our final lifts of the day. All Greg so far today has gone 6 for 6, and not only has gone 6 for 6, it's looked really strong on all 6 lifts.
He's forecast for second place in the Raw Open. Oh, that was easy.
And part of that is his opponent today is opening up with a 325, but that was a great opener there
Yeah.
by Algreg. And the crowd letting him hear it as they have all week long down here at the Grand Caymans. Boy, look at that. Just power.
Very nice.
Little overemphasis on the lockout, but
Hey, make sure it's obvious.
absolutely. Now we've got Mark Liebrick, 31 years old. This is an equipped lifter. Had a great job in both the bench and the squat, coming back from a missed second. Let's see if he can get all 3 on his deadlift here. 247.5 kilos on the bar. Wow, that looked
was
really
easy.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, you just want to be sure to get the total in.
Yeah, we'll see what he's going to jump up to here. You never know with those equipped lifters. We've got Luis Aguilar Cascante coming in from Costa Rica, 250 kilos on the bar for Luis. His all-time best is 265, so we're getting pretty close there.
Bar is loaded for Luis. 250 kilograms.
Let's see here how Luis does.
And he is in second place in the equipped open division.
Luis is an equipped lifter, but I don't think this is an equipped suit, right? It's tough to tell sometimes.
I think it is. I think it is. Yes, it's a Titan deadlift suit.
I see. Wow. Boy, that looked fast. Man, oh man. Well, one red there for the lockout. Let's see on the replay.
Yeah, let's.
Tell me what I don't need to say this to you, but tell me what you think there, Susan.
Okay.
262.5 kilos.
The hips may have been just slightly soft. It was very close. I can see giving a red light.
All right, Kale's all-time best is 282 for a young equipped lifter. This is a 262. Watch this power he's going to generate as he reaches down to grab the bar here.
And he is in first place in the equipped junior. We have quite a few equipped lifters in today's session.
We really do.
That looks strong.
Yeah. Now, when you were doing your early equipped meets, what kind of venues were you doing them in? Were you doing them in a gorgeous hotel like we're at now in the Caymans?
Oh, yeah. They quite often would have them in hotels. Yeah, usually it was. The hotel would have, a function room.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah, the local meets, of course, were more likely to be at a YMCA or a school. But the Nationals, they had hotels in those days.
All right, I'm going to write that down. All right, Angel coming out from Mexico, 270 kilos on the bar. This is a Pan American record and going for a record total. Long arms there. Whoa. And that's the kind of lifter you were talking about earlier that deadlift is really suited for.
Yeah. Yep.
That's why we can see so many big jumps here at the deadlift. All right.
Yep.
I can see some of the chat here is already looking ahead to our other lifters, but right now we've got Ethan Ackerman with 280 kilos on the bar for the junior, and guess what? It's a Pan American record and record total. I think we're going to see a lot of that today. 280 kilos Ethan has had a great meet so far, hitting almost every lift except for that last bench. I've got a feeling this is going to fly here.
Yeah, and his PR total right now stands at 800 kilos, so we'll see what he gets here.
Wow. Looks strong. You know, when you're looking at the replay here, are the hands a little bit wide on the bar when you're gripping it there?
Yeah, he's taking a very wide grip, and the narrower the grip you take, the less far you have to pull the bar. So that's one reason why it's advantageous. Stand with your feet closer together. That way you can, if you're conventional, that way you can get your hands closer together, and it shortens the distance.
Now listen, Ethan's all-time best deadlift is 367. He's opening at 290. I know we had a little bit of a back ding, and sometimes you just don't know how that's going to perform. So we're going to learn a lot about Ethan here.
Yeah, and this, of course, is a regional record.
I think we get all the junior deadlifts are going to be regional records from here on out. We'll see. 290 kilos on the bar.
And I noticed that he has the double overhand hook grip. The first one I've seen do that in today's session. That's becoming a more and more popular grip for the deadlift.
Yeah, we're seeing that more because it's just when you get those thumbs under, it's just easier to hold on to, right?
Yeah, it can be painful if you're not used to it, or if you don't do it right, but it can give you a good grip also because both hands are facing the same way. The bar stays closer to your torso. It doesn't torque out on you. And of course, you want the bar as close to your legs and torso as you can.
Folks, Matt Lewis Vanek from Canada is opening right now over 700 pounds, 716, 325 kilos on the bar. Matt so far has had a perfect meet, but I got a feeling deadlift might be his main lift. Let's see how it goes from right here.
And of course, that's a record, a regional record.
Wow, that looks so easy. I'm excited to see what Matt is going to put on here by his third deadlift.
Yeah, he may get close to 800.
Absolutely. We're seeing some rumors that he's thinking about a 370. Gosh, that would be incredible to see here. All right, next up, we're swinging around. We're getting our second deadlift here. Mark Liebrick, he is going to hit 262.5, about a 15-kilo jump from his first. His first one looked really, really smooth. And as you know, as this, it's interesting because as this meet goes, you might think, oh, the energy is going to wane here because everybody's getting tired. But actually, as this third deadlift gets closer and closer, you can start to feel the energy in this room really, really pick up.
Yeah. Yeah, and the deadlift really, I mean, like I said, at least 50% is your build, but most of the rest is your psych.
Yeah,
you know, your strength matters little.
Yep, so much of this is kind of a mental game where you really want to stay focused this whole time.
Yeah, if you're built right for it and you get psyched up properly and your technique is proper, you don't need strength.
Yeah, and especially with Mark, we've seen him overcome a couple missed second lifts, hitting on the third. So we know Mark has that mentality. I don't think that's going to happen here. Let's see what they say.
That looked easy.
Easy. Boy, 15-kilo jump looking great for Mark. I'm going to go on a limb and say this right now. I probably shouldn't. We've hit every deadlift so far here on the second flight. Luis from Costa Rica is coming up 265 on the bar. Yeah, sometimes, you know, some lifters like me, I like to be back there chatting with everybody. Some lifters have their headphones on. They want to be left alone.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to concentrate on the next lift, visualize it, focus on that, not be distracted.
Now, you'd hate sitting back by me there then, Susan.
Oh, I just turn off my hearing aid. There are times I wish I did have one so I could turn it off.
Well, I'll see if you do that now while I'm commentating with you. 265 for the Tico right now. Let's see how this goes for Luis.
And he has the double overhand grip also. There. Did he get that locked out?
Yeah, let's see.
Yep, he did.
Looks good lift. You know, sometimes when you see that head go up and back,
yeah,
it really means they're struggling to get it up past their thighs. Let's see if we can really see those quads flex on this lockout.
Yeah, he just about locked it out.
Yeah, I would tell if I was back there, I'd say, hey, make sure we're really squeezing at the top there, making it no doubt. But here comes the vuvuzelas, everybody. All Greg Sappleton going up to 265 on this deadlift, 15-kilo jump. He's got that baby powder on his legs, the chalk on the hands. I've got a feeling this baby's going to fly.
I'm not going to say anything, so I won't jinx him, but so far he's been perfect. Yep, 8 for 8.
8 for 8. What a great lift, and he knows it. He deserves to stand up there and celebrate. Love this energy at the meet today. I was riding in a cab yesterday, and I was talking about the noise that the Jamaicans are making at the meet, and the cab driver said, oh, it's everything. It's football, it's powerlifting, it's darts. They don't care. They're going to bring the energy for every single thing they're doing here on the Cayman Islands. Next up, we've got Kale, 18 years old, 275 pounds on the bar for this equipped lifter.
275 kilos.
275 kilos, which of course, 606 pounds on the bar for Kale. Now Kale's getting this bar cleaned off here as he's waiting.
Bar is loaded for Kale at 275.
Coming out nice and smooth.
Eligible on that.
Now just really going to get this grip set in.
And he's lifting equipped.
Mm-hmm. You can watch the suit kind of activate as he goes down.
Yes. Nope. Downward motion and couldn't hang on.
He knows it.
Yep.
Yep. And I think as Kale lifts more, as soon as you feel that downward motion, you gotta let it go to try to conserve some energy. But what happened here, Susan, exactly?
I am not sure. He did not get his hips through.
Yeah.
He did not get any hip drive.
He really tried there at the end. You were seeing him leaning so far back, trying to get those hips through, just couldn't quite get it up.
Yeah, his hips were back too much. He didn't get them through in time.
All right, 290.5. So you know what that means. This is a Pan American record here for the Mexican Angel Enduaga. He's got these long arms. Boy, his first deadlift flew. Let's see what happens with the second one here. Lift is good.
Yep. Nice lift.
Yeah, that was a 290.5. What are you putting on for that next attempt?
I would go up another 5 kilos.
We'll see what he selects.
Unless he needs something different for placement.
Yep, and as we start to get these third deadlifts, I'm going to keep an eye on these competitions as they heat up here. And speaking of a competition, we've got Ethan Ackerman coming up. He's got 295, which is not only the junior record, but the record total on this deadlift for the Canadian. Getting that crowd fired up.
Yeah, his opener gave him the record total, but it wasn't the record deadlift, whereas this will give him both. Yeah, that was good. That was a nice lift.
That looks so strong there. Nice job for Ethan. And next up, now Ethan Stone, look at this. Taking a huge jump up 30 kilos to 320 kilos on the bar. This is going to be a junior record for the 23-year-old New Yorker. Looks like that back is feeling good for Ethan. And remember, Ethan only weighs 105.7 kilos. He said he felt like a waterbed this morning. He was loading up to make weight.
Yep.
Ethan right now is sitting in third place.
And this will bring him up to second.
Absolutely. We've got a bit of a battle here going on with the juniors. We'll keep an eye on that here. We're going to see another double overhand hook grip. I've started doing hook grip for my lift tomorrow, and I can tell you it takes a while to tell those thumbs to stop complaining about it. First one flew. Come on now, Ethan. Wow.
That one flew also.
That's it right there. I cannot wait to see what he's going to put in. Now remember, for your third deadlift, you can change the attempt depending on what your competitors do. So it's going to be interesting because we do have a battle here with the juniors. However, we are moving on to the open 120 right now, where Matt is pretty solidly in first place, and no big surprise because this is a 345 kilo deadlift, 760 pounds, and it sure looks to me like he's gearing up for an 800-pound deadlift at the end, but he's got to lift this weight first. All right, this is our final second deadlift of the flight. Come on now, Matt. That first one flew like it was nothing. Let's see what happens here.
Very easy.
Wow.
Yeah, another 20 kilos will give him 800 pounds.
All right, let's see what happens. We're going back to the beginning. 275, 600 pounds for Greg Sapleton. Boy, just a perfect deadlift there from Matt on the replay. This is going to beat his all-time best, and it's over 600 pounds, which is always fun to tell people back home. I'll talk to you later because I'm not going to be able to hear you here for about 5 minutes, Susan.
Yeah, we've got Jamaica.
Jamaica's going to be bringing the noise, and Greg is going to be feeding off that energy all the way through. Here we go. The start of the third deadlift, our final lifts of the day here at Grand Cayman. All right, Greg's getting set up. Over 600 pounds on the bar here. Really getting that grip, 20 seconds left. A little bit of a different setup this time. But the same result.
Yep, nice lift.
Greg Sapleton goes 9 for 9 at the Pan American Champions here in Cayman Islands, and the crowd lets him hear it. Great lifting today from Greg. All right. Next up, Cale McDaniel, our equipped junior. And look at this lift here. Just nice tightness. Hips and knees lock out almost the same time. Great lift there. All right, Cale's going to come in. It's 275 here, just over 600 pounds. Had a little bit of an issue on the last one.
Yeah, now he is in first place. Equipped junior, he is first place so far.
But let's see if he can go home and tell people that he deadlifted 600 pounds down here at the Caymans.
Oh, nope, not
So
quite.
close. So close. Just a little bit too much weight today. I've got an odd feeling we're going to wait about a month. He'll be able to do that no problem.
Oh, yeah.
Next up, we've got Mark LeBrick. Now, Mark is pretty comfortably in the lead here in first place after having, like I said, is overcoming some challenges both in the squat and bench, showing some real heart here. But he's about to go 3 for 3 on the deadlift. Now, this is for a deadlift medal. His competitor is going to try about 2.5 kilos over this. So as of right now, Mark's behind in the deadlift medal. Let's see if he can get this done for that. It's always nice to get on that podium as many times as you can at one of these regional meets.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a good lift.
That was a great lift. 3 white lights, going perfect on the deadlift. And now we have his competitor, Luis Agar-Cascante. He is not going to be able to catch him on total, but he could beat him on deadlift by 2.5 kilos with this lift. And let's see what happens here for Luis.
Yeah, Mark had the big bench press. Mark's bench press was nearly as much as his deadlift, and that's the difference between the two lifters.
Absolutely, and Mark weighs less than Luis, so Luis needs to go over the top on him here to get the win for the Costa Rican. Let's see how this goes. Come on now, Luis.
So this is for deadlift gold, but he's still second place. Equipped open. Oh, what a joke.
Wow. 617 pounds. The lift is good. And the Costa Ricans win the gold medal in the deadlift. Great job by Luis there. And now we are going to jump to our Mexican lifter, Angel Henduada. This is the juniors. This is going to start off our junior competition here. Angel's a little bit out, but this is a 300 kilo deadlift. This is going to beat his PR by 10 kilos. Crossing that 300 kilo threshold is such a big deal to these 120s. Seeing a lot of people cheering.
Right now he's in third place.
Absolutely. He's going to stay in third place for both the deadlift and overall. Let's see if he can get 300 kilos here.
I'm not sure that he locked it out.
Yeah, let's see what they think about that motion. Yeah.
He didn't quite get the hips locked out.
Yeah, and I think there was a little bit of resting on the thigh here.
Yeah, just a slight bit right there. Yeah.
Yeah, always a danger when a lift is taking a long time like that. No shame for Angel, though, today. Going 6 for 9, having a great meet. We are taking this up. Now, let's pay attention here. We've got a real battle going on with the junior. Right now, Ethan Ackerman has in 305, which would give him a 794. Ethan Stone put in a 349 to go up and tie, and because we talked about he's so light, he would win.
Yes.
So Ethan needs to get this lift if he wants to stay in second place for the juniors, as well as a second place deadlift medal. Huge lift for Ethan here today as the competition heats up at the Cayman Islands.
Nope.
Okay,
Nope.
not quite enough. So that opens the door.
Now he's going to be able to lower a little bit since his competition didn't get that extra 10 kilos. He should be able to
Absolutely
lower his attempt.
Go down. Can he do 339?
Yep,
Still a record.
339, yep.
So Susan is right on top of it. She knows exactly what's going to happen before it happens, folks. And this, Ethan's all-time best is 367, and that was at a lighter weight class.
Yeah, now this won't be a record total, but it will be a record deadlift because when it comes to individual records, whoever achieves the record first gets credit. It doesn't matter who's heavy or who's light. So this would allow Ethan Stone to get the same total as Ethan Ackerman.
And this is for first place at the Pan American Championships here at the Cayman Islands for the junior 120s. He needs this lift to gain 19 kilos to put him into a tie to have him win on body weight.
Right. This would be a record deadlift, but it would only tie the record total. So he could win the meet and yet not have the total record.
So let's see what happens on Ethan's deadlift here. He is out. He is fired up. He looks confident for the New Yorker training out of JDI. The music is fired up. The crowd is loving it. Come on now, Ethan.
Oh, yeah.
And the bass drops as the lift goes up. Ethan Stone gets 3 white lights to win the Pan American Championships for the juniors. Look at this lift, Susan.
Yep.
Just perfect, technically.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It came up easily.
Congratulations to
Came up
Ethan.
easily.
Great match, huge deadlift. Like you said at the end, sometimes we can see this. Now, speaking of huge deadlifts, 365 kilos. Why did we pick 365?
Well, that's a good question. I think because it's 800 pounds. That's why.
Absolutely. This is an 800-pound deadlift for the Canadian. Our last lift of the Friday down here at the gorgeous Cayman Islands.
And he already has the regional total record. This would simply up it by 20 kilos.
Absolutely. All he has to do is lift this bar about 3 feet off the ground, but there's 800 pounds on it. Matt is coming out for the lift of his life. Let's see how it goes for Matt today.
I think he's got it.
That looks good to me. A little smooch at the top. 800 pounds for the Canadian to end the day of lifting. 800 solid pounds. Look at that going up.
Yeah, and you could see the bar bend. That's how heavy the weight is.
Wow, incredible. What a great session of lifting. Susan, it was an honor to spend this time with you. Thank you for putting up with the sound of my voice so long.
Oh, it was fun.
That was super fun. Folks, stick around. Don't go anywhere. We've got the medals coming up. What a great competition here. And we will see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock for the super heavyweights, including me, Susan. Don't go anywhere.
Good luck. I'll be watching.
Thank you. Thank you.
participation. The thing is, here is not for them. Every one of these athletes earned the right to be here in international competition. They were not given this. They had to compete and earn this right to represent their nation here today.
Thank you. I hope you guys have enjoyed that. That blue one.
I know. I'll be coming back.
I believe you. Guys. What you got?
Andrew Mariatis, United States. United States. And gentlemen, we've got one more time. For the total, the silver medal goes to Andrew Mariatis, United States. Our next is Lance Ross Sub Junior 120. Our gold medal winner is Alexander Melo, Mexico. And total gold medals. Going on to the men's equip junior. Our gold medal winner is Gail McDaniel, United States. Going on to men's raw junior 120. For the squat, the bronze medal goes to Ethan Stone, United States. Silver, Anuaga, Mexico. And gold, Canada. Going on to the bench press. Bronze, Angel Anuaga, Mexico. Silver, Ethan Stone, United States. Gold, Ethan Gabriel, Canada. We go on to deadlift. The bronze goes to Angel Anuaga, Mexico. Silver, Ethan Gabriel, Canada. And gold, Ethan Stone, United States. And gentlemen, one last time. For the total, the bronze medal goes to Angel Anuaga, Mexico. Silver, Ethan Gabriel, Canada. And gold, Ethan Stone, United States. We are going to the men's raw master 3, 120. The silver medal goes to Mark Magnuson, Canada, for squat. The gold medal, Harold Bayot, Canada. And total. For the squat, the bronze medal, Tony Nickel, Canada. Silver, Michael James, Panama. Okay, gold, Jonathan Macias, Mexico. For the bench press, the bronze medal goes to Martin Watson, Jamaica. Silver, Tony Pickup, Canada. And gold, Jonathan Mason, Mexico. Step back, please. For the deadlift, bronze goes to Martin Watson, Jamaica. Silver, Jonathan Mason, Mexico. And gold, Tony Nickel, Canada. And one more time, if you would just step back, please. For the total, bronze, Martin Watson, Jamaica. Silver, Tony Nickel, Canada. And gold, Jonathan Mason, Mexico. Okay, we're going men's equipped, open. For the squat, the silver medal goes to Luis Aguilar, Costa Rica. The gold, Mark Friedrich, United States. For the bench press, silver, Luis Aguilar, Costa Rica. Gold, Mark Friedrich, United States. For the deadlift, the silver, Mark Friedrich, United States. Gold, Luis Aguilar, Costa Rica. For the totals, the silver goes to Luis Aguilar, Costa Rica. And gold, Mark Friedrich, United States. At this time, please rise. We have the flags right here. We will have the national anthem of our gold medal winner. Please rise. All hats bowed, please. we're going to the men's raw open, 120. For the squat, our silver medal goes to Albrecht Sappleton.